Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 298, my first stream for 2021. So before I proceed, let me take this opportunity belatedly to say Happy New Year to everybody who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face. I trust that 2021 or 2021, as I like to say, has started off favorably. And despite the current challenges, the year will mature into one of progress and achievement. And I also genuinely hope that our health will remain intact and we will have a better year than we did in 2020. Peeps, good night. For all the people who are at work on this Sunday evening, I trust that your shift will end soon. You will get a chance to be home with your family in short order. For the people who are on the road, please remain safe. Get home safely. For the people who are home, ready for let's teach about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water. Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia, Simpson Miller. You understand? So I'm only more people. Peeps, good night. We're there. We're there, yeah. Mama and Papa, all of the people in the comment section, big up on yourself. So forward.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.
Hey peeps, good night. We have some housekeeping things to treat it before we proceed. You understand? A new year, so I'm going to big up my viewers and my subscribers. Who vex about that, just vex about that. You understand? Silver D, MS Funk, Fabulous DJF, Delroy Stewart, Marlon Newby, Empress Joan Gray, Rosie B, Kerry J, good night Kerry. Olivier Bunting, think it's the first time I'm seeing that name. Maywa, Dante Dan. See, Miss Bunting, if you're here for the first time, welcome. Neeks AG, big up yourself in a Sizzler fan. Big up yourself in the Empress. Andrew Ramos. Big up yourself. The Crew TV. DeAndre Small. Brosco Yardie. Cosmic Window. Wisdom 99. Garfield Leslie. Son of Jamaica. Zine Ellie London. Ellie, big up yourself, you know. Main one. Jay Casting. Jay, big up yourself, you know, youth. We talk about Jay a little bit more than I think. Blessing Scary. Yeah, man. It's good to be missed. You know, I miss it once, but sometimes I have to just take a look out. You know what I mean? What you call that? I soon tell you what you call it. Me know break is the word, but you have our next word for it. But I soon tell you what you name. You understand? So we big up some more people look more in a dance. But with the year peeps, as I say, a few housekeeping matters before we proceed. As I told you early in December, my brother, my friend, Zane, my roadie, you understand? Simo. You know, Simo is a part of the team. When we show the interview, Simo is always on the main camera. So, you know, the other person on the team, Scotty, he would have lost his dad. I think it was on the 8th of December. And as such, we took a break from recording interviews. You know, knowing that he will have to treat with preparing for the burial of his father and stuff and treat with his family and stuff. So his dad was laid to rest yesterday. So I've been on the road for the past couple of days. Came in yesterday frost, like me just asleep my life away. You understand? Forward in from Frankfield yesterday, bed. I go sleep about 5:30, 6 o'clock. You know, wake up till about 4 o'clock this morning. Wake up, get something to eat, go back go sleep. No, wake up, go drink some milk, go back go sleep. Wake up, get something to eat, go back go sleep. You understand? As since then I brush my teeth. Then me not talking to nobody face. And I not like say, you understand? Me a farm, me mode like. You see me? Yeah, so also I woke up this morning to a message from my very good friend in a real life as well. DS Electronics Unlimited. He's somebody who I know personally. And he has been a supporter of the channel for some time now. I know that his dad has been sick and he had been in and out of the hospital. I woke up to the message this morning that his dad passed from COVID related complications, even though he had been sick for a while. So, condolences to DS and the family on the loss of his dad. Also, since the evening after I wake up for the third time, I saw a message from MS Funk that her uncle passed away at age 92 due to COVID related complications again. So my condolences to MS and her family. I know she messaged earlier that she will have to leave early. I suppose she will rewatch and it's rough. You understand? So rough way for start there. The new year, as I said, I know this is my first stream and that was deliberately done. I'll talk to you about that in a few hours as well. So the family kind of bleed a little bit, but we're there. And if you are able, DS is in the WhatsApp group for the channel. So if you're able to reach out to him, you can do just that. I don't know if MS will be added, if she wants to be added or stuff, but we'll see. So you can reach out to these people and a word of encouragement in these trying times, because it's never easy to lose a family member. You understand? When a family kind of set away about when a family member drop out, still, you know what I mean? You know what I think? James Van, big up yourself in a broski. You see me? So that is the death related news within the family as far as I know. And things. So as I said, Simo buried his dad yesterday. DS lost his father this morning. MS lost her uncle this afternoon. Rough days. You understand? So, as a local family, seeing we may not have met each other in person, many of us, but it's a family settings and a family vibes. And when one person loses, the whole will lose. You understand? Yeah, man. I would have also, the word is a sabbatical or hiatus. Any one of them two don't know what I use. I made a conscious decision to take the channel's number is 321-6425. I made a conscious decision to just, step back a little, breathe, relax, reorganize my thoughts, you understand, reflect. And 2020 was a challenging year. It was a great year in some regards and a challenging year in others. With the whole advent of the COVID situation, I lost my mother as well and thing. And it was just a mixed bag, but we still give thanks. And I decided late December, early January to just, take a break from streaming and just breathe. Also, I was trying to figure out a few of the things as it relates to the channel. One of my most loyal subscribers, Cookie Mama, somebody reported her account. I have absolutely no idea. That lady, though a mosquito right now, a be a mosquito good as a bite her up which part she there, she not kill none. You understand? Her comments are always mature and intelligent and respectful and dignified. I mean, she play around sometimes. She has been somebody who contributes a lot via Super Chat, and for whatever reason they reported her account. And in the whole firestorm around her account, YouTube also took the opportunity to disable my Super Chat. No, I won't complain about that. Why? Because Super Chat is not something that is available to Jamaican YouTubers. So I would have circumvented YouTube's policy to turn it on. So I'm good with that. I'm alright with that. But why somebody would report her channel, it leads me to wonder. I don't know if it was because of me and she is probably the lead contributor financially on the channel. So they might try to get her. I don't know. But that was that. That is why she had to change her name to Cookie Mama Original. And it is involving all of that. So I think Rosie was the one who observed it even before me, that there was something wrong with the Super Chat. And, when we sit down and analyze and what do the thing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The movement bigger than them, you know. You understand? It don't make no sense. As Alkaline say too later now. So that is just, you know, one of them things. There are other ways for people to contribute should they so decide. You know that there's Patreon, which is always my favorite preferred way of people contributing. I've said that a million times. I don't know why people afraid for Patreon. You understand? I would have also set up my Stream Elements tipping page. The link is in it's a pinned comment. Me not test it yet, so I don't know if it'll work. Some people can test it out and see if their bank account will work. Look more so still. So there's also PayPal. So Patreon, PayPal, Stream Element, similar to Streamlabs, tipping page. Hopefully that work. Also, you know, the merch store, so they can go spend some money. I still have my Western Union people. So I'm not really worry about that. You understand? I am just, you know, a little bit weary of the fact that, you know, we do our thing different. We stay in our own lane. We're not trouble people. We're not get involved in a gossip and sus. And you have people out there who are still hell-bent and, you know, trying to derail the family. It's not even necessarily a movement. But, you know, we just keep it moving. You understand what I say? I have not done an interview since early December. But we still have interview blocking and clocking. I'll start working again, read that probably next week. Yeah, because, you know, Simo still needs some time. Scotty, you know, also, you know, Scotty is still struggling with the loss of her mom. And, you know, attending the funeral yesterday, I know so she kind of gone back in her zone. So, you know, we just take a little break and I take a little breeze. You see me? So for the people out there who feel like say teach them and go around them and actually not want to do an interview, that is not true. You understand? It's just a look of family vibes and we just take a little time for, you know, make the family kind of treat with some things that them have to treat with and them things. So yeah, so that are the housekeeping situation. And we have some other things to talk about. Also, I said I wasn't going to talk about this tonight, but let me just talk about it since me I keep house, me I clean house. Some people had recommended in the past that, you know, the stream can be very long and the topics can be very dynamic and varying, which is the same thing, I suppose. And it would be good for the stream to be clipped up and each topic uploaded. I've decided to do that over our next place called TD Clips. So from time to time, well, I intend to clip the stream and put it over there. So each topic by itself, boom, 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 boom. So if you are so inclined to go subscribe over there, so it's up to you. But not even beg nobody if you go do it, in all honesty. You understand? So for the people who prefer bite-sized pieces, and also I'll probably put clip bits and pieces from some of the interviews over there in the future. Maya's Glam, good night Empress, hope you are okay. And thing, so it is called TD Clips. I not even have a link yet for show you 7 even to want to talk about it tonight. So when you're done, you can go look. I post a clip the link one next time. So yeah, them look at things there. Yeah, peeps. So we're there. And think peeps, Dre Costing has been, you know, a member of the family for a little while. He is a financial analyst and accountant, auditor, some money business. Him know money. Him make money. Him teach people how to make money too. He would have started, well, he teaches online classes in relation to the stock markets and making money, and I think some only for money business. So if you're money, you understand, he has also started a YouTube channel. So if you're interested in learning about the financial market and them only for something there and make some money, you can go give him some strength. From time to time, I'll also bring him on when we have financial issues to treat with. So, you know what I mean? And as me I say, a part of the family. You understand? TD Clips is one animate, one big old head, which is mine. You know, my Brazil shirt and that are the logo. So, no video I don't know over there yet still. But as myself, when I want to go over there, I can't go on. You understand? Yeah, man. Alright, peeps. So, I could treat with some things that affect Jamaica now. So, thanks. I know some people will come watch the stream tomorrow and a couple other days. So, brother, you can talk. So, you don't get on with the stream. Then you can please everybody. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So, we talk about a few other things. Look more. I don't know if Like when if you count on either. Hold on there. That's strange. Strange things are happening. Strange. Zine, so this not supposed to on. Why that nah? That nah. Apparently that nah work. Okay, that work now. So alright, and this. So let's see if this works tonight. Right. Alright. Yeah, so let's do this. So we know we're still in the COVID battle. I was thinking to myself earlier that I was anticipating by now the numbers to be on a spike, coming out of the Christmas, New Year's celebration situation. The numbers have been relatively, manageable in all honesty. Although me hear them, the authorities were saying that bed spaces are running out and all of them something recently. But I'm happy that the numbers are within reason, despite the shenanigans that would have transpired over the Yuletide season. Yeah. So one more COVID death, which brings the total to 10 since the start of the year. So 10 people have died as per the data since the start of the year. I don't know. Another death from COVID-19 in the past day has brought to 10 the number of people who have died from the disease in the first 9 days of 2021. So this was up to Friday, yesterday I think. Overall, 312 people have died since the disease first entered Jamaica in March of last year. And a 66-year-old man from Manchester is the most recent person to succumb to the disease, the Ministry of Health and Wellness report. An additional death is under investigation, which leaves the ministry with 25 fatalities overall being probed. So they are still probing 25 deaths to see if those deaths are COVID related. So the number of deaths could increase significantly in the coming days, I suppose. So the number of people hospitalized has increased by 1, moving up to 89, 6 of whom are critically ill. That is concerning, you normally pay attention to the critically ill because they normally are in a state where anything can happen. And 5 experiencing moderate effects of the disease. So there are 93 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, which puts the number of known cases of the disease since March last year to 13,548. That's still a lot, but that number is pale in comparison to countries with comparable population and thing. So we give thanks to small mercies. Yeah. Leighton Stewart to them too, like, I don't know. Them I tell lie about still in a father Leighton, so I don't know. Some hospitals I heard was in the red. Yeah, I saw an article a few days ago that would have spoken to that finar. So I have not seen any updates since, but I suspect that unfortunately the numbers may be rising soon, as I said, coming out of the Christmas. The incubation cycle is 2 to 14 days. So we'll watch and see. So Kingston and St. Andrew again has accounted for the most number of cases with 21 in the past day, followed by Westmoreland with 16. Westmoreland was a hotspot not so long ago. Manchester's 12 new cases, followed by St. Catherine and St. Anne with 9 each. Clarendon has 7, St. James and St. Thomas 5 each, and St. Elizabeth and St. Mary 4. So Portland accounted for only 1 new case. Portland is just a saving grace of this country, and everything nice just upon the east side. You understand? The most beautiful parish, the less murders, the least COVID case. Portland, big up on yourself. You understand? If Portland ever have some more development other than in a Port Antonio, both be meh, and stable internet and one nice little piece of land when it really flood out and it really get too close to the sea. But then probably buy a piece of land on a port, and the girls them nice. You understand? Big up Portland. And then it's a good place. You understand? Yeah, Rosie, me know you're there covered. The recovery rate regressed marginally to 84.4% after 50 people recovered from the disease, to bring the total number of people who are now well to 429. There are 1,648 active cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica. Sound like a good investment out of Portland. You see the thing with Portland, you see true in a hurricane season, like at that side the hurricane then come from, it kind of rough out there, you know. You understand? And it kind of rainfall regular. You see me? But I don't know. And if me have good stable internet, me survive still. See? How to find TD clips. Stuff our expense. Don't worry about the TD clips yet. We soon get round to that. You understand? And them things. So we soon treat with that. Yeah, because I know it was going to be a little challenge, but we soon post a link, yeah? Just give me a look at that. More development, more crime. Sad reality. The one that is true, you know. But I suppose using information and experiences, you probably can treat with that in light of your development, parallel to the development done. So my question is, big up the girl them from Buff Bay. They're not the real thing. You understand? Them girl there, you understand? Yeah. So that's the COVID situation. People continue to die, unfortunately. People continue to contract the virus, unfortunately. And thing. But we continue to fight the fight. I know the conspiracies are still rife. I know that many people are still doubters. Yeah, but as things are right now, it is better to be safe than to be sorry. Yeah, so I suppose that is the right way to treat with the situation. So, yeah. Speaking about COVID, some people don't easy. Let me share this. So, behind my very large head here is a tent that was set up for COVID testing. However, the testing was not sanctioned or carried out by members from the Ministry of Health, but by private people posing to be testers. I suppose they are filling a void that has been left because of the government's inadequacy and lack of resources and inability to test more people. Just know that if there's a vacuum in Jamaica, people are going to fill it. You understand? If it is a vacuum of information, people are going to create information. If it is a vacuum in the crime fight, people are going to make the crime fight become more challenging. Like, we know no bounds in this country. Here we are going. I guess them probably not have no qualifications to treat with the farmer situation, you know. You know, the eat a food mentality family. Yo, but listen to this thing. I haven't read the article in all honesty. A lot of these articles I will be reading and I like to do that with the stream sometime where my first reaction is during the stream. I mean, some things I have to familiarize myself with, so I have some farmer info in discussion, but some of the articles I like to, you know, react to them while I stream. Because COVID-19 black market. Government inadequacy blamed for a surge in underground virus testing sites. Hundreds of Jamaicans are reportedly turning to unauthorized COVID-19 labs and makeshift facilities for antigen and rapid tests. Antigen rapid tests. As government's insufficiency is being blamed for a rising underground market with questionable ethical practices. Last week, the Ministry of Health and Wellness revealed a list of 8 labs approved to administer public antigen tests. But according to some private medical practitioners, the list may have come too late as the unapproved testing market is thriving locally. Besides, Sunday Gleaner checks on Thursday revealed that at least 5 of the labs named by the government will not offer antigen testing for another week, while 2 others said they do not offer any type of COVID-19 tests. This leaves the average Jamaican with little option to find out whether or not he or she has been infected with the dreaded coronavirus that has so far infected over 13,455 persons locally, with over 311 deaths. As it is, Jamaicans who cannot afford polymerase chain reaction PCR test. Hope I pronounce that correctly. Maybe not. For up to $22,000 have been visiting the unauthorized drop-in labs. One of them a tent hidden at the back of a St. Andrew Plaza. See the tent here. And I'm going to take a picture of a clean idea. You understand? At these locations, antigen tests cost as much as $12,000 less than the PCR test. And advertising for our clients is limited to WhatsApp messages and word of mouth. These unauthorized outlets, some posing as more established labs to bolster public credibility, have placed the responsibility squarely on customers to report positive numbers to the Health Ministry. Health Minister Dr. Tufton confirmed yesterday that any positive COVID-19 results at these underground facilities are not indicated in the official tally. Tests that are not done by entities authorized by the Ministry of Health are not reported to the MOH, which is the Ministry of Health, he said in a response to queries. So the Ministry of Health is concerned about unauthorized tests and the impact on the availability and accuracy of data for planning, particularly for a new public health threat like COVID-19. So the ministry cannot validate the accuracy of tests done at these facilities, Tufton emphasized, adding that the test procedures and skills training are among other issues to consider. I would think so too. So we say to persons that are accessing tests at unauthorized facilities that you are doing so at your own risk. So last week, a reporter was able to do an antigen test at one of the unauthorized facilities using a fake name and fake address, which further compromises government's ability to conduct contact tracing for the dreaded respiratory disease. After paying a fee of $8,500, customers were asked to return to their vehicle where a representative dressed in personal protective equipment, PPE, administered the nose swab from the patient's car seat. We only tell you, assured a worker taking a register inside the tent at the makeshift lab. He said at least one person had tested positive for COVID-19 last week, but I have only been working here for a few days now. My eyes them feel weak. Practitioners operating on authorized sites claim some see up to 150 patients per day. So yeah, pay 8,000. Alright, so 8,500 times 150. Because my maths are so active. I not pretend like I can multiply like that. You understand? 150 times 8,500. $1.2 million that you know. Patrick has subscribed. Zane, Jaim, OG, and Nathaniel Phillips, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the family. Oh, that's a new little thing to peep. So when you don't get scared, it's not nobody I do that. It's just some, you understand, one little thing. Rhyme Nation, big up yourself. Zane, so the whole stream elements thing, when I tell us, I'm going to try to incorporate now. What's like, oh, super chat now work. Like, me not see nobody test it tipping pages. But me I wait, me not pressure on it. Me not pressure on it. But say, when people subscribe, Little Tigs TV and them people who just subscribe, big up on yourself. I mean, no, say people say, TJ, what kind of spaceship business that boat run here, so run another part here. Big up the new subscribers. I'm going to well forward to the building. You understand? One thing is supposed to pop up on screen, you know. Like that now work right now. So I don't know. I have to go look into that. But big up on yourself. You understand? Alright, so I'm going to continue. So $1,275,000 daily. They're not good days work that. And yeah, man runs a chop out field and a big grave and there sitting there and in a day's work and I make a $2,000 and then sitting there. Then alright, so. Practitioners operating unauthorized sites claim some see up to 150 patients per day within 40 minutes. However, the Gleaners News team observed only 5 persons being tested or inquiring at the site visited. So most people drove up, but pedestrian Martin Smith said he just come over to ask because I would have loved the one and 8 grand don't sound too bad. 3 doctors who have been conducting unauthorized antigen testing in the corporate area in St. James defended the practice, charging that government's slow pace is embracing it is a disservice to fearful Jamaicans. With antigen tests, for it to be positive, you must have enough virus in your body. And if you have that much virus in your body, you can spread the disease, explained one doctor operating in downtown Kingston. You know downtown if you involved. She further explained, so antigen test is more of an indicator of someone who is sick and can spread the virus, whether or not they are showing symptoms. With the PCR test, you may have recovered from the virus, but you are still getting rid of remnants which will ultimately show up. Another doctor in St. Andrew shared that antigen testing is a lot cheaper than PCR tests, for which you need specialized containers and a lab. The setup is far less expensive, so if we are looking at a proper testing method for a small country like Jamaica, we should be going for antigen testing. We see anywhere between 50 and 80 patients daily because the COVID-19 concentration specifically because of the COVID-19 concentration specifically in Kingston and St. Andrew. There might be some questions of ethics because we are not authorized, but overall it serves a greater good. Where is the ends justify the mean? Teach them. There you go. The tipping is working. One alert come up on my screen like come in and look. Oh, Rosie said it work. So then me in a look. You understand? And thing. So we see a go look more in a dance. And thing. You see it? Okay, alright. If Rosie say it work, it work. Oh, me just see it. Anonymous just tip 20. Yeah man, everything good. Anonymous, big up yourself. You understand? I don't know afraid to write with the name. You understand? But big up. It work. Alright. This year me have to make some money. Tired of the heartache, tired of the worry. Right now, big up yourself. Be sure with there, because this article here long, see, you know. See it, but I can read it, because them things are important, you know. Alright, watch it now. Yeah, man. Alright, so there might be some questions of ethics because we are not authorized, but overall, it serves a greater good. It fills a gap that the health ministry knows it cannot fill, and people don't have to wait to show symptoms to get tested. But then there's a problem because you see, alright, so you are doing the test. The information, the data is not being fed to the ministry, you know. So in treating with the overall dynamics of the situation, there will be a pitfall, you know. You understand? So probably what the government really probably need to do then is to probably get as many authorized entities as possible or agencies so they can help to do large-scale testing to feed the information. Them say 8,500 based on this article greatness. To feed the information to the national add it to the national data so we can be better able to treat with the situation. You understand? So I don't know. I don't know. I guess that is just one way of looking at it. The ethical aspect of it is something that we really have to look into because remember these things can be risky because so alright, so there are some medical doctors, Zane, there are some medical doctors who are involved in the practice. But I am certain that there will be Jamaicans out there who don't know nothing about medicine, who has no medical training, who decides that they're going to set up some COVID testing situation. You understand? And I am certain that there is a possibility that these people, in doing so, may inadvertently lead to the further spread of the virus. You understand? Because best practices may not be implemented or utilized. What a quandary. not supposed to hear that sound, you know, but I need to turn it off. So for you hear that sound, there's something go on. RB just tip. Big up yourself, RB. Yeah, man. Things are going, things are good down. You understand? Yeah, man. Them a full up the money drum like. You see me? Boy, peeps, a thing. Sir Raymond Burt, big up yourself in a broski. Give thanks every time. Yeah, man. Everybody I do a tipping test like how them and the COVID test. Yeah, see if that boy I do ever do. Peeps, just be careful. You understand? My recommendation would be for you to go through the Ministry of Health channel avenues. I know they can be very, very frustrating. And their speed may not be in keeping with our, desire for answers. But, and as me I say, it is best to go through the correct avenue and channels. You understand? Because you may be inadvertently exposing yourself to the virus. Just be careful. That is my word of advice on this situation. This gentleman on screen is missing, feared, abducted. Relatives in desperate search for a man abducted in St. Catherine. So the relative of 25-year-old Orrin Bailey are anxious for his return after he was taken by a man purporting to be police on the 2nd of January. His relatives told reporters that the incident happened while Bailey was standing along March Pen Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, between 5 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. on the 2nd of January. They said 4 men traveling in a private motor car accosted him of not holding no meds. So the men say him now hold no meds before holding him by his pants and forcing him into the vehicle. They claimed they were policemen and they were taking him to the Spanish Town police station. However, when relatives visited the station, cops on duty told them there was no record of his detention or arrest. Now, a week since his disappearance, Bailey's relatives fear for his life. They say he was last seen in a red shirt, black pants and slippers. They are appealing to anyone who may have seen him or know where he is or may have any information that can help to contact the police. And the police are investigating. Jaja. Dan Mafia interview part 1 is the funniest interview so far. Big up yourself, Andrew. Mad. So imposters are dirty cops. Hard to say, Neeks. Hard to say. You understand? Hard to say. Fruits for the youths. Blessings. Let's see how it turns out for anyone out there who identify Mr. Bailey and have any information as to his whereabouts. Means and ways to contact the security forces and thing. Yeah. It would then look away, but let me not speculate or theorize. I hope that investigators will have a breakthrough and some closure can be brought to the situation. There's no virus. This is population control. Alright, Sir Williams. Blessings. Respect the input. Give thanks. Yeah, man. Spain me live. It's not easy. Jaja. Helter skelter. Big up yourself in a broski. You know it's rough out in Spain there from. You understand? Just be careful there, broski. You don't know anything, you know. Safe travel upon the gravel. Jaja. Yes. Man, they say, man. Now, hold on, Medzaya. Over the weekend, there were many videos and pictures of flooding that reportedly occurred in St. James. As I said, over the weekend I was in Frankfield you know, support Simo his father's burial and stuff. So I never really get to do no work over the weekend. So apparently there was very, very large scale, wide scale flooding in Montego Bay, in St. James. And motorists were stranded in floodwaters for protracted periods of time. Businesses were affected, private households were affected, and it's not the first time we've seen flooding in St. James. Rome said there was flooding in St. Anne as well. So I'm kind of out of touch with certain things because of how the weekend kind of, you know, elapsed. But we'll get ourselves back together. So St. James flooding leaves authorities, and businesses and motorists with massive bill. So heavy rainfall, which resulted in severe flooding in sections of St. James on Friday, has left the government with another massive repair bill and many businesses and motorists with extensive damage. The rainfall, which started shortly after 5:30 p.m., caused a deluge in several inner-city communities in Montego Bay and flooded several main thoroughfares and businesses. So the areas mostly affected were Long Hill, Wiltshire, the Leith Crossing, Kingate, and Belmont. I'm going to pronounce Leith correctly. So 6 motorists were reportedly injured and had to be taken to hospital after their vehicles were severely damaged by rocks and raging floodwaters, while more than a dozen business establishments were also damaged. What a rough way to start the year. This, good night, bro. I would have shared the sad news with the viewers earlier. You know, kind of, well, when I really talks about, I would have responded to the messages. Leety, okay, blessings, fruits for the youths. Zane, condolences again, bro. I know you're a soldier, and I know you will pull through and thing, but you know, it's rough on the family and thing. But you know, go on Wall Street and broski. So which part were there now? Yeah, so a businesswoman who identified herself as Julia Thorpe was one of the worst affected, having a deluge carrying several inches of water, mud and rocks, entered her business place. Thorpe, who is known in her community as Miss Chin, operates a Supreme Ventures outlet and Julia's accessories store, located at the intersection of Leety Crossing and the Anchovy Main Road. She said, well, as you can see, the flood have left me alone suffering hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage. My generator, refrigerators, and several other items inside my shop were destroyed by water and mud, she told reporters. So the businesswoman kept her comments succinct as she and members of her staff busily shoveled mud and rocks from the building. Jaja. Meanwhile, taxi operator Leroy Ennis of Mount Carey told the Gleaner how he narrowly escaped being killed by raging floodwaters on his way home. He received a wound to his right leg during the process. I drive up the hill. I got to go home. And when me look in front of the car, I see a whole heap of water and big stone and wash come towards me, Ennis stated. Me end up have to jump out and leave the car and run for my life. But couple of the stones them still mash up a section of my foot, the taxi operator said as he showed his leg that was in a cast. Dre Costin, thanks for the contribution, broski. Big up yourself every time. Manners. Zane? John No Star. So several other motorists gave similar accounts of narrowly escaping death from flood. Well, from the flood which severely damaged their vehicles and left them with the high cost in damage. So several attempts were made to contact the Member of Parliament, Homer Davis, but was unsuccessful. I have glimpsed a few of the clips, and it was really and truly serious days, serious times. You understand? I am happy that no lives were lost. I am really and truly sorry about the damage that was incurred. You know, many businesses would have struggled throughout the latter part of 2020. Well, on the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I hope that these business establishments will be able to recover in short time. And I also hope that the government, despite the financial constraints and challenges that we face as a country, are able to, in some way, shape, or form, come to the aid of the business establishments that would have suffered losses and damages. I understand that there is not a lot of money to go around because we were not able to make a lot of money last year based on a number of things. And civil servants still have to be paid, roads still have to be fixed, water still have to be provided, and all of the things that tax-paying dollars are used for. Hospitals still have to be run and things. So, but you know, added to the loss of revenue for some people last year to start 2021 like this, it must be really and truly taxing emotionally, financially. Jaja. No peace. So the next story I know kinda why I have said many a times that I consider myself to be a patriot, a nationalist at heart, somebody who loves my country. And I am probably quicker than others to come to the defense of Jamaica when discussions about certain things arises. But sometimes you come, Andrew, just click the pin comment up at the top, follow that link, and see if it work out for you, bro. Blessings. It is becoming increasingly challenging and difficult for a man even like me to defend Jamaicans on a whole sometimes. Listen to this, peeps, listen to this. Robbers raid a training facility. That is bad in itself, but let me read the full headline for you. Robbers raid a training facility for the disabled. It is no secret that members of the disabled community in many instances are disenfranchised as things are in the country, and not a lot of considerations are given to them in planning and development and their own well-being. Yeah? And here's a facility designed, equipped, established to provide training for members of the disabled community. And somebody in Jamaica decided that make we go rob it. That person they're disabled, you know, mentally. You know, see what I go on? Hold on the piece. Paul Wilson, who is on screen, coordinator at Creative Craft Plus in downtown Kingston. His wife Angela and two other workers were in for a rude awakening this morning when they turned up at the facility which provides training for several disabled persons to find it ransacked. All the locks to the storerooms and offices were broken off. Files were stern all over the place. And 2 speakers and an amplifier, as well as money totaling the business sales for the week, were missing. Wilson and his wife, who are both visually impaired, were still in a state of bewilderment when reporters visited them. They were still trying to assess the full extent of the robbery. The property, located at 92 Hanover Street, is owned by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, and the premises, which are in serious state of dilapidation, also house a storeroom for the Jamaican Council for Persons with Disabilities. The establishment is also home to a wheelchair project funded by Food for the Poor. Winston told reporters that they locked up the place and left about 3 on Friday evening and returned on Saturday morning. So it was actually, the article was actually published yesterday. Returned Saturday morning to discover that there was a break-in. The intruders ransacked the building, overturning cabinets and discarding files as well as damaging infrastructure. The matter has been reported to the Central Police Station, and Wilson said at least 3 police teams visited, but he expressed disappointment with their handling of the situation. So the reporters contacted the police, but they declined to provide information, noting that the investigating officer, Detective Corporal S. Blackwood, was not available. The Wilsons said they were awaiting a visit from personnel from the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities and Food for the Poor to determine the full quantity of damage and theft. The incident has caused a major setback for the Creative Craft Plus, which in recent years has fallen on hard times as several of its sources of funding have dried up. The Hard Trust NTA and Jamaica Social Investment Fund JSIF, which provided support to train at least 12 persons in chair canning each year, no longer provide them with funds, they said. Creative Craft Plus services are centered on cane chair repairs and minor repairs to dressers and chests of drawers, Wilson explained. Right now, we are not training because we don't have any funding to provide the stipend and lunch each day for our participants. However, on a daily basis, we have products for our sales, and usually we have lots of persons coming in over time with their products to be repaired, which we do. I think this is probably catering, primarily and antique stuff. So the immediate concern is how to restart operations in a building where security has been compromised and their products now exposed to the elements as a result of damage to windows and other infrastructure by robbers. I thought I turned that off. Miss Claudette, good night. Thanks so much for your contribution. I am most appreciative. Happy New Year. I also trust that you and your family are okay and you will have a fabulous 2021. Now, peeps, these are the stories that you're embarrassed to identify yourself as a Jamaican. Like, how do you further disable the disabled? If you get what I say. These are people who struggle in a country that is so designed that the needs of the disabled are not up front and center to begin with. And here is an entity, an agency, where some consideration is given to the disabled community, and those among us decide, let's rob it. Spade, big up yourself, broski. Come on, thief, have no logic teach. Bro, God, why? It things sad, Rasta. Things sad, fam. You understand? Thing really sad. If you're here for the first time as a viewer, welcome to the channel, welcome to the family. Happy New Year. And for all the new subscribers, I would have mentioned a few of you earlier. Welcome to the channel. You know, I was talking to Richie yesterday. Well, Richie messaged me after I come from Clarendon yesterday evening and asked me if I'm alright because he not see me on stream and stuff. I'm telling him I decided to take a break. So his reaction to that was, you remember a couple months ago when I talked to your bro, I tell you, say, you suffer from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I laugh when him say it, but then, I say, no, sir. And him say, bro, don't worry your head. Me is not no medical person technically, but all the stories that you cover from time to time, it must affect you emotionally and mentally. And before me fall asleep, me lay down there and I think about it and I say, Jaja. The man diagnosed me, Rasta. Why? The tip link not working for me. Is it for anyone else? I'm not sure why it's not working, Sir Andrew, but I appreciate you trying as well. So I don't know why it's not working, but a couple of people have used it before since night and it has worked. So I don't know. And think maybe I try to contribute too much money still. As good as that's why. Russian in the building, blessings. And thing. Could move on, peeps. I decided against doing an individual video for this today when the news broke. So Westmoreland, well, one of Westmoreland's most wanted man was apprehended in Manchester. And thing, yeah. Judge. A man who was wanted by the Westmoreland police for the murder of 25-year-old O'Shane Price of Darling Street in the parish was arrested during an operation in Manchester on Wednesday, the 6th of January. Samantha Mills, good night. How are you? He has been identified as 30-year-old Everton Silent, otherwise called Chucky or Piranha. Here we go with the names. Piranha. A labourer, here we go with the occupation, of Darling Street in the parish. I don't know if it's pronounced Darling or Darling Street, but me I said Darling. I know somebody will correct me. So teacher need to choose a currency on their okay, so Andrew, Jay, I said you need to choose the currency that is on your card. So if your card is based in the UK, you know that to them be pounds or euro. For Canada, it's Canadian. For American, you know American and thing. So yeah, I guess. Yeah. Some kind of. Now, according to the police reports, at a date in November last year, about 5:30 p.m., Silent and his co-accused, Odin Irving, drove up on a motorcycle and opened fire, hitting Price several times to the upper body and fled the scene. So Price was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. So the police said Irving turned himself in on the 4th of December 2020 and was subsequently charged. So both Silent and Irving are charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. And they will answer to their charges in court at a later date. So it sounds like Irving give police the information on Silent. So Irving wasn't silent about Silent, he want to look like, because it is shortly after Irving turned himself in, them locate Silent in Manchester, having committed the murder in Westmoreland. And thing. Kenrip, I am using a Canon SL3. It is also called a 250D. Yeah. Jaja. We can move on. Two guns seized, and man and common law wife arrested in St. Catherine. So 2 firearms were seized and 2 persons, a man and his common law wife, were arrested following targeted operations by the police in the Fairview Park community in St. Catherine North on Wednesday, the 6th of January. Police in a release said the raid was conducted by the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch, CTOC, with support from the JCF's Search Center. Sorry guys. The Jamaica Defense Force and the St. Catherine North Police just before 6 a.m. in the community. So during the operation, a dwelling house was searched and 2 pistols, 1 chrome Smith & Wesson revolver with 4.38 rounds and 1 Smith & Wesson Springfield P99 with 1 magazine containing 10 9mm rounds were found. A man and a woman said to be his common law wife were arrested. And police said investigations into the matter are ongoing and updates will follow. So apparently the police would have received information because they said it was a targeted operation. So they would have been acting on information and they would have, turned up successful. Give thanks, 2 more shoes off our street. You understand what I say? It would be interesting to see when the ballistics are done on these weapons to see what they turn up with and thing. Alright, sir. Blessings, courtesy, manners and respect. So, more guns, firearm and ammunition seized in St. Andrew. So an early morning operation led by members of the Specialized Operation Branch and the St. Andrew Central Division resulted in the seizure of a shotgun and several rounds of ammunition in Gordontown, St. Andrew on Sunday the 10th of January. So reports are that the joint police military team conducted the operation at premises along Gordontown Road in the parish between 5:15 and 7:15 a.m. A search warrant was executed and a Mossberg shotgun and 27 12-gauge rounds were seized. The items had been concealed in PVC pipe and buried at the back of the premises. So one man was arrested in connection with the seizure. His identity is being withheld at this time. That sounds like information the police get, cause for no say a man conceal gun in a PVC pipe and bury it in a backyard. For you find that, then you must have some info. You understand? So we give thanks. You understand? Yes, I am. Speaking about Kingston, I not even did know this a go on until I saw this article earlier. So curfew in Trenchtown extended following several shootings. The curfew, and big up to the people who have been providing these tips for the police. You understand what I say? We know we have this informer for dead mentality and culture, but you know see the whole of we are dead. Informer and non-informer. So right now, for the greater good, if you know some gun there, make some people know now. We're in a law enforcement. You might not trust your police station. Personally, then they are your police station. But you have police. So if you are Portland, you have police station at Westmoreland. If you call Westmoreland police station, they will forward the information to Portland. So you don't have to talk to nobody from Portland directly. You understand? If you don't want to send information to the JCF, you link the JDF because them have tipping line as well. You understand? Call Crime Stop. You know, I never know that Butch Stewart was instrumental behind the establishment of Crime Stop. We are talking about Butch Stewart a little bit. Rita Marley is alive and well. Busha. I don't know who created that message that was circulating. I got the message yesterday on my way from Clarendon and would have done my due diligence and found that there is no truth to. I regularly them kill off some Jamaican celebrities. I don't know why they keep doing that. You understand? But Empress Rita is alive and well. It would be nice for Empress Rita to come Jamaica one of them times soon. Like we can hold a satin and a reason. I would appreciate that. So we hope the Empress live on. You understand? Yeah, man. The curfew curfew in Trenchtown extended following several shootings. The curfew that has been in effect in Trenchtown in Kingston West since Thursday the 7th of January has been extended from 7 p.m. Saturday, January 9th until 7 p.m. Monday, the 11th of January. So police said the curfew was imposed in the area following a flare-up of violence in recent weeks. Stephanie Lindsay, head of the communication unit, said at least 3 persons were shot, one fatally in the area in the latest flare-up. So the boundaries of the curfew are as follows. North along 5th Street from the intersection with Tobias Avenue on the western boundary to the intersection of Collie Smith Drive. East along Collie Smith Drive from the intersection with 5th Street to the intersection of Spanish Town Road. South along Spanish Town Road from the intersection with Collie Smith Drive to the entrance to the Horizon Remand Center. And west along an imaginary line from the entrance to the Horizon Remand Center, Spanish Town Road to the intersection of Tobias and 5th Street. And during the hours of the curfew, all persons within the boundary are required to remain within their premises until otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. Teacher, want an interview with Agent Saskia is possible. Everything is possible, man. I am just probably not ready to hold a reason with Jeffrey yet, but the link there live and you know what I mean. So one of them times, you see me, but make we see it go still. Make we see it go. I'm sure them probably do the other day as well. I reason with him about him EP separate and apart from him journey, but we kind of take a break. You understand? So who knows? But The link live, man. Remember they say I'm a brother, you know, so I'm a twin like and then so you know, the link live. Interview Chris Blackwell. I don't know if Chris Blackwell interested to sit down and talk with a man like me still. So I don't know. My question, the curfew no make no sense. Philip Williams. If you have been a part of this family for a while, you would know my views about curfew. So me need to get into whether it makes sense to your name. But there's a share some information right now. You understand what I say? What's the sense of curfew if man kill man in a broad daylight? Beric Edwards, like, I have said so many things about curfews in the past and their inefficiencies and deficiencies and lack of many things before. So I don't know. You wait for highway. Maybe not wait for highway for a while to hear, so I could see it go still. All interview, every artist I get interview, man, and just be patient. You understand? You know, we can't interview everybody at one time. And what people have, and I'm always, you know, I have come to a thing when I say, me nah go always explain myself about certain things. But, you know, because when I'm a people, what you have to remember too is that, yeah, you may want to teach them to interview a particular artist. But you also have to remember that and every artist want teach them interview them. You understand? I mean, there are many artists who we have reached out to before who, you know, beat around the bush and we see them do interviews with other people. We just keep the thing moving. We see them on road, we hear them same way. You understand? Eventually it will come around. When it come around, if I am available, then it will happen. If not, then we just move on. You understand? Remember, we are still not an on-stage or entertainment report, and some people don't feel like they get enough mileage or benefit out of having a conversation with me. So, I mean, we just keep it moving. We don't dwell upon them things there. You understand? We have seen where people have gone around the thing and they come full back around and we just keep moving. You understand? We don't really dwell upon them things. So it's not, me know it is easy to say, yo, teach, interview that man or teach that man next. I've always told people it's not as easy as you would think. And people don't line up outside of my gate and wait for interviews. You have people that have promised us every occasion we see them. And we see them do interviews at other places. But we just keep it moving. It is neither here nor there. There are hundreds of other people out there to interview. There are hundreds of people who wants to be interviewed. So we interview people like, but I have paid somebody the other day. Like when we post the Daddy Lizard interview before the premiere, a man come and say he wish me to get better artists. So me have to run him away. You understand me? I say, what you mean better artists? You don't even know the man history and contribution to the music, but you want better artists. So them level of disrespect there. So him just get a permanent grave, you know. Black and delete, you know. Cause he even got disrespectful after a while, you know. Me I say, man, move up, man. You understand? You know the man them contribution and struggling at the music. Eh? You move up, man. Cause on Neo when me seen Carl say better artists. Then the people don't contribute nothing to the music. In all honesty. But we just keep it moving. You see me? So, there are going to be interviews with big names. There are going to be interviews with names that are not so big. But every man have a story. You understand? So, if you don't want watch that particular artist, then no watch it. You understand what I say? You don't have to watch the interview, you know. Yeah, man, enough man we see, man, but the regular man, and we reach out to them, we reason with them say them not ready, and then you see them pop up on some little things, span. Because you know everybody had to interview you, though. Big up to all of the people about the way I do interviews still. You see them pop up some places, you're on some part, you're on some place, but we just keep it moving, no hard feelings. You understand? We see them on road, said we are respect, heart of love, said we, you know what I mean? I just saw it thing go. Cookie Mama Original, good night Empress, hope you are okay, and them things. So we'll just interview who is interested. You understand? We're not running for nobody, so never you think that gonna happen. You understand? We're not run down no man neither. You understand me? I say no matter how big or great it is, you see, it's about mutual respect. So if the link make, fine. If me reach out to you, don't want, just respectfully say you're not interested, we're good. You understand? So and then you have one next set of people from female involved in, I think, the interview now go happen. So we talk to an artist and him say, yes, teach, man. And then a couple of days after, you get a phone call or a message from a female who is purporting to be their manager. So the anytime females get involved in the interviews, them not happen. I can tell you about 4 different times when we agree, set dates, and a female get involved in a discussion and it nobody happen. You understand? Any special extra class at the 300? Make us see now, bro. That's gonna be what, Friday? So, I mean, we're just out here. Like, we see some things one time and we laugh. You understand? And as I say, we see where people have, go around the thing before and they come right back around to it. And I don't know, we ask. And, so we just laugh and move on. It's just the works. Zine. So, I can't interview everybody who want to interview. I'll try. You understand? And as me say, remember, we're not on stage or ER yet. So, as much as you think the work is good on this, you have to remember, say, every man have their own viewpoint on the thing. And some people just not interested. I just saw the thing. So, we don't need to understand that. So, when we get up, you teach this one next and that one next, and you need to find that. So, may I stop respond to their message then out, because then kind of get a 9 to sometimes, in all honesty. Yeah, may I appreciate the suggestion, but the eminent no, sir, and that's how it works. One have to understand that and appreciate that. We try, Zane, and some things just take time. You understand? And as me say, me no worry my head about that. Because the work I take care of itself, You understand? The work is being seen, being heard. People know about the thing, and we don't worry with it. The right people them know, and we just keep it moving. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, give thanks. Akeem, big up yourself in a family. Give thanks, man. Yeah, Bush, I saw a thing set up, broski. Some people, some people as a teacher onto the female artist there. I don't even get into that. If you have watched Alien, Queen Marcia, Empress Nadine, are them ones that we have for the time being. You understand? Some things are just more challenging than you would think. I would have interviewed Lady Anne before though, but I would have interviewed her virtually, and for some strange reason, everything out of sync, and I guess my computer just now manage that part of the software so I use stream. So we have to probably do that again in the future when I upgrade my computer. So I will look at things, guys. It's not just straightforward, like, you understand? And thing. And then everybody had interviews now, so everybody are bombard the artists them too. And things. So sometimes I just step back and, make some people do the rush game, and we just take a look at time and we interview some man when people don't remember about, and some man from around one part where they do some work and everything until we reach back to some people. I just say things. So I don't worry about that. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So I could continue now, please. I was just a look up housekeeping matter again. Trelawney farmer allegedly threatens another with gun. So 23-year-old, listen to them age we are come through in the next couple of articles, them peeps. 23-year-old Damian Thompson, a farmer of Trelawney, has been arrested and charged by the police after he allegedly used a gun to threaten to kill a man following a dispute in his parish last month. Thompson is now facing illegal possession of firearm and assault at common law charges for the Wednesday, December 9th, 2020 incident. The police said about 2 p.m., the accused man and the complainant had a dispute. Thompson left and later returned with a firearm, which he pointed at the complainant and threatened to kill him, the police said. The matter was then reported to the police, and Thompson was later arrested and charged after he was positively identified by the complainant. That is the go-to response now, Me I go for my gun. So the man them a farm full with tool. You understand? Every man I know, a man and him woman in a problem, I'm gunning gone for. Shut a bus in the ear. Woman I get licking at them face with gun angle and sitting. You understand? Man and them bridging where they grow up with a local dispute. A gun play. You see me I say? Why I don't even know. Zane? Maurice Lynch, blessings in a broski. I appreciate the support. Teach 2 at investment picks for your XPR and XML. Download the Binance app. They will be bigger than Bitcoin. Alright, bro. Suggestion noted. We'll see how it goes. So that is the situation. Read that farmer farming a fool. Westmoreland teen charged with sexual offences. The Westmoreland police have arrested and charged a 17-year-old boy with rape and grievous sexual assault following an incident at his home in Church Lincoln, Grangeville, Westmoreland in November of 2020. So reports from the Darlington police are that the teen and the complainant were allegedly in a relationship. It is further alleged that the complainant visited the teen's house and had sexual intercourse with her against her consent. A report was subsequently made to the police and an investigation carried out. So on Monday the 4th of January, the teen was arrested and placed before an identification parade where he was positively pointed out. His court date is being finalized. Nice. But let's see how this one develops, peeps. Let's see. Let's see. The teen is 17. I don't know the age of the complainant. It was not mentioned in the article. But the male is 17. Alright, let me rearrange the. Let me just rearrange this story. SISOCA, which is the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, is currently investigating the abduction and assault of a 3-year-old in Montego Bay. Nice. So the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, SISOCA, detectives are investigating the abduction and the sexual assault of a 3-year-old child in a community in Montego Bay, St. James on Tuesday. The infant has been hospitalized in serious condition after undergoing surgery. Investigators reported at about 11 p.m. the child was at home sleeping when an intruder entered and abducted her. During a search of the community, the child was discovered at her property. SISOCA detectives and members of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency visited the scene. Yes, let me tell you about stories that render you helpless in the defense of Jamaica. This is another one. How can a man obtain sexual gratification from a 3-year-old baby? There has been no mention of any identity as it relates to the intruder. I sincerely hope that investigation will lead police to whomever this sick and demented individual is, and the full course of the law shall take its toll. Three-year-old. Teenager among 3 facing gun charges. So detectives in St. James have charged 3 persons, one of them a teen, with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, following a joint police military operation in Glendevon in the parish on Friday the 1st of January. The accused are 23-year-old Ricardo Frey, otherwise called Cardo, of Hendon, Norwood in the parish, 29-year-old Ravandor Sutherland, otherwise called Skinny, of Dallas in Glendevon in the parish, and the 16-year-old boy of Glen Devon in the parish. So you know his name will not be released because he's still a minor. So reports are that about 12:15 a.m., members of the security forces were on duty in the area when a group of individuals was seen running on the approach of the lawmen. The accused were held and a .45 firearm with 7 rounds of ammunition was seized. So on Monday the 4th of January, the accused were charged following a question and answer session. Their court dates are being finalized. 16-year-old. Frass booked for a New Year's Day murder and wounding in Steertown. Cookie, the dollar sign is missing as we had discussed in relation to your channel, your account being suspended. I think the channel was caught up in that as well. And as such, YouTube has seen it fit to disable the super chat on the channel. And as I said, as I explained before, I am okay with that because it wasn't supposed to be on from the get-go. But you know it go. You know, it beat the system look a bit like. What I've done is using Stream Elements, I have created a tipping page where you can go and contribute to the stream if it so pleases you. So that comment has been pinned at the top of the chat. So you can click on that and spend your money like. Teach them everything is not as easy as you think. What do you mean by that, DS? In relation to which part? Yeah, Cookie, me realize, man, I know you weren't here when I was speaking. Because I had to explain that your account was reported. I can't see how such an upstanding, wonderful woman's account was reported. But give thanks. My figure said there's a little fight, but you know what I think? We just go and fight the fight. Frass booked for a New Year's Day murder and wounding in Steertown. So in a relatively quick response, detectives from the St. Ann Police Division arrested and charged 18-year-old Linkris McBean, otherwise called Frass, of Damhead, Steertown in the parish with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition, along with wounding with intent on Friday the 8th of January. Dead is 39-year-old Hussein Fletcher, a groundsman of Damhead in Steertown. Reports are that about 6:05 p.m. on Friday, the 1st of January, Fletcher was among a group of persons when they were pounced upon by a man who fired shots at them. Fletcher and 3 other persons in the group were shot and were subsequently taken to hospital where Fletcher was pronounced dead, while the other injured persons were admitted for treatment. An intense investigation was launched, and McBean was arrested and placed on an identification parade where he was pointed out. He was subsequently charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. A date for his appearance in court is being finalized by the police. 18-year-old. And him go shoot up crowd and expect some people now go identify him. Yes, for now, you know what I think. Jamil, don't tell them, you know. The strongest soldiers get the hardest fight. And the realest people live the hardest life. So that was an 18-year-old. Here we go again. 18-year-old charged for a murder in West Kingston. 18-year-old Preston Evans. 18-year-old man named Preston. Otherwise called Zazu of Georges Street, Kingston 13, has been charged with murder following an incident on Tiwari Crescent, hope I pronounced that correctly, in Kingston 13 on Friday the 25th of December, Christmas Day. Dead is 21-year-old Romaine Atkinson, a construction worker of Tiwari Crescent in Kingston 13. Reports from the Denham Town Police are at about 2:20 p.m. Atkinson was at home when he was allegedly pounced upon by Evans, who shot him several times. Atkinson was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Evans was arrested and subsequently charged on Monday, the 4th of January. His court date is being finalized. Aye, sir. 16, 17, 18, and 18 nicks. You see the pre? You see the pre? Yo. Argument leaves. You remember I said before where in Jamaica, the solution for every altercation, every conflict, every feud is gunplay. Gunplay is now the order of the day. You see the situation? Nobody these days can have a dispute, whether verbally or physically, and the gun don't become a part of it. Look here, as human beings, we will always have disagreements and disputes. And the nature of our ego will mean that these disputes will get physical sometimes. One to the time when two men will have a thing, fist it out. Every man know a gun thing. Right now, you're a man, no, not even have to have nothing, and I still gun things. Still gun thing. A man here say you diss him friend and you're dead. Or you diss him friend. You don't have to diss him, you know. A man here say you have plan for diss him friend and you're dead. You don't diss him friend yet, you know. You have plan for diss him friend. And you're dead in a rasta. There is no value on life in this country anymore. Nobody no value nobody life. Big up to the people that may dislike history. We no value nothing. We no value nothing neither. Eh? We no left, we no place, we no come here for dislike the stream. Then is what I want to do. No do. Like, it don't affect me, but me just wonder. Like, you left all the way from over where you're dead. Come on my channel for dislike my stream. Me never care my stream, come put in your house. You know? Is you put in there and then you dislike the stream. Then you say something wrong with you. No do. Yo, Jaja, I don't start. Marlon Hines, brother, Clifton, nah man, when I pre-dislikes, man, when I even to see them things the most like, but it's true one look at animation go on when it happen, it kind of draw me eye like, but me no concern myself with them people no more, brother. You understand? All me then concern myself is if there were more dislikes than likes, but me not have no video with more dislikes than likes. You understand? So but me have to wonder, it's a new year, man. Did leave on the dirty ways last year, man. Click, click. The music. I mean, no people are take me on for that, but yeah, the music. And their socio-economic background. I think those two things are more important than people think. But, yeah. Listen to this now, peeps. Argument leaves construction worker dead and cabby to be questioned. The St. Ann police are to question a taxi operator who allegedly used his licensed firearm to fatally shoot a man during a dispute in Orange Hill, close to Brownstone in St. Ann on the weekend. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Delroy Towers, a construction worker of Lower Buxton in St. Ann. So reports are that on Saturday the 2nd of January, about 6:30 p.m., Towers and the taxi operator had an argument over the placement of some of his bags on the belongings of other passengers in the trunk of the vehicle. Peace. I am going to read that again. Blessings, click, click. I have discussed that many times in a click, click. In this very same stream, you know. Very same stream. And people got offended. So me I fight the music. I'm a bad mind the DJ. Them I'm a bad mind the artist. Them. Poor me and bad mind people. I don't have a bone a bad man in me. Me not no bone in me name bad man bone. So I don't even know. Stream quality updated. Stream quality has been automatically lowered. Peace of a stream crash, you know, don't go nowhere. Yeah, normally when I see that one crash there around the corner, like, you understand? But we are going to steer carefully. Yeah. Yeah, man, I've spoken about the music and the influence it has on the youths. Having been a teacher at the high school level from 2008, interacting with these kids, reasoning with the youths them. Because me and the youths them a mutual respect, you know. You understand? And many of the youths them we sit down and reason with them. And sometimes the youth them just want to listen here, you know. And you find the things that influence them, and it is you know, it is, I don't know, Rasta. Let me read back this, you know. Reports are that on Saturday the 2nd of January, the year just starting. The year and even wash your face, you know. As matter still in a 2021 year, you know. About 6:30 p.m., Towers and the taxi operator had an argument over the placement of some of his bags on the belongings of other passengers in the trunk of the vehicle. Can you believe that? Further reports are that the argument escalated when Towers allegedly pulled a knife and attacked the taxi operator. Can you believe that? Eh? The taxi operator reportedly took evasive action by discharging 2 rounds from his firearm, hitting Towers. Towers was assisted to the hospital where he reportedly died while undergoing treatment. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Now, I now tell you, say, if the man attack the taxi driver enough to defend himself, that is not what me I say. What I am trying to say to you here, why did this situation escalate the way it did, with the outcome it did? This is a taxi driver. Yeah, carry a passenger. People put things in your trunk. If there's an issue, General, here we go on. You need to put, or you put them, fix them. Zin? All you need to do is have a civil conversation. You understand? The taxi driver is a licensed firearm holder. No, if the conversation never get heated, no knife never need for draw, no gun never need for draw. It is very unfortunate that this man decides him have to draw him knife. But if you draw a knife after me and me have a gun, then what you think me going to do? I not go wait till you come stab my family. But me I say it all stems from an argument over the placements of bags in a car trunk. And guys, for the people them who don't know yet, we don't use expletives over here. So we don't need to express yourself using expletives. We know some of these stories kind of get to upset, Zine, but we don't need to express yourself using expletives. And if so, you persist, the comment will be deleted. And if you continue, then we probably have to go delete it. You understand? I just saw it thing though. You see me, we don't need to express yourself using expletives. Rebellious Booty, good night, love. It's good to see you. Alicat Eyes, good night, peeps. Alicat Eyes has been a long-time subscriber of the channel as well. She has also started her YouTube journey. You know, she talk about beauty and sex and them something there. So, you know what I mean? You know, sex is a blessed thing. So, if you are so able, you can go across and check out her channel. Early stages and days and thing. But she has also decided to take on the YouTube journey. You know, when the people in the family decide to take on the YouTube journey, we always try as best as possible for, you know, share the information. So if it is something that, you know, you find engaging, you can pledge your support. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that's how the thing set up. Nice. Everybody ego bigger than them body. Nobody ego can't hold on them body anymore. Good night, Andrea. How are you? Nobody's ego can't hold in them body anymore. Our egos have become outer body type size ego. One stops to the taxi driver responsible to defuse the situation. But you would not even know if him try to do that thing, brother. And the next man could have started attacking because him could have seen himself as would even know thing, fam. Him could have tried to do that for truth, you know. But we don't know, and he may never try to do it, so he probably add fuel to the flame. But we don't know. But what me I say, when did we get to this point where we can't have amicable solution to disagreements? Zine, everything a knife and cutlass and gun, brother. Blessings, the son of Jamaica. Give thanks. You for Wally, Empress, what go on? You good, happy new year. Boy. You know, I have said to myself in the past that there's a 99.999% chance that you will never see me at a night or a funeral for somebody who was shot and killed. Depend upon some variables. Like, I am very weary of those things because depending on the type of person and how that person was killed, the possibility is that the dead yard not safe and the funeral not safe. Based on the lifestyle that that person used to live. You know, you have wonderful Jamaicans who get caught up in the exchange of gunfire and are at the wrong place at the wrong time, or they are robbed and murdered and them something there. You have some man who die in questionable circumstances, who lived questionable lifestyle. You're not going to really see me at the funeral there or dead there because the shooting could has never did stop when that person was killed, you know. It's just the real, just like you will never see me sit down on the roadside and play a domino. You know how much man get 6 love and play a domino on the roadside these days? When I say 6 love, I mean 6 love, not domino 6 love, but you know what I mean? 6 feet deep, 6 love, like. You can't, if you say if you catch me a play roadside a domino, I tie and tie me up and me can't do nothing. But me can't play because if you tie me up, then you understand me I say, me can't. Oh, you ever catch me and play a domino on roadside and so much people are dead at roadside and play domino. Then after me no fool. I guess some man feel like say it won't happen to them because them and no man have nothing on them. But many times I know you a somebody around the table and play domino. Is one of your domino player mate. It's not you, you know. But at the whole I know I get 6. You understand me? I say you don't know the type because I'm always say to people, you know. One person can be the best person in the world to you, while he's the worst person to our next man. You don't know a man are doing him in your presence in a family. So in this country, you can't even too swear for nobody, you know. And I swear for anybody, you know. You understand? Because you just don't know. And many people who are good to us are not good to everybody else out there. Some of the people them who we see as angels in our eyes, based on how we view them, are devils in other circles. So yes, you're bridging them a play some domino, and it is sad so we can't play some domino again as bridging. But the reality is that somebody around the table, or somebody will watch the game, or somebody will in the shop, or somebody will in the bar, or some man in some things. But you can't know. So the best way if you avoid dying around a domino table is not for go roadside go play in a domino. Right now if a domino not play in my yard, me not play. And if me a play in my yard, can you come like when domino knock on table, you draw people about it. Then you still have to watch what go on. Because you're not even too sure. And that's how the domino thing reach. Yeah? Gunmen kill man at 9. Well, I think me have one look thing about the place. Let me see. Yeah. So this is the gentleman that was killed at the 9-9. Yeah? So the location in the back of my head, like. The picture not so good, but yeah. Oh, one done. And the reality, brother, is every man I get 6 love. You understand? Gunmen kill man at 9-9 for a slain vendor. So the 9-9 was for a vendor who was killed. A 9-9 for a slain higgler, Debbie Eaton, was ambushed by a gunman who shot and killed one man and injured 3 others on Wednesday night in Wilton Gardens. Dead is 41-year-old Trace Newland. A pregnant teenager is among the injured. Now, according to a report from the Denhamtown police station, a group of persons at an illegal gathering was pounced upon by armed men who opened gunfire, hitting 4 people about 9:45 p.m. The police were alerted and the injured were taken to hospital where Newland was pronounced dead and the others admitted for treatment. Eaton was killed by a gunman at a market in downtown Kingston on the 28th of December. Cups filled with unfinished soup and liquor lay on a few bullet-riddled cars in a section of First Street. Roy Brown, I suppose name change, a relative of Newland, said they decided to stop briefly at the 9-night. Me stand up and me hear a little shuffling in the bush. And me I wonder what. But then it stopped and me take my eye off of the bush. Shortly after, me hear the noise in the bush again. And when me turn round back, is a man me hear say, "S no mother, P hole. All I wanna dead now." And then beer shot start fire, he said. Brown said he hid behind a car to protect himself while whispering a prayer for the Almighty's guidance. He said he saw Trace on the ground, but thought he was okay. But when the shot them stop fire and everybody get up, him no move. When me got over him, the man dead already star. 4 bullet hole me count, but it look like it's the one on him neck back. Kill him, he said. He said Newland was at the wrong place at the wrong time, as he was originally from Trelawney and had only relocated to Kingston after his house was burned down. How was his house burned down though? Under what circumstances? I don't even know. I've also said that one of the cruelest irony in this life is you dying at a 9-night or dying at a funeral, going to a funeral or coming from a funeral. Those are cruel, cruel ironies. Nas Drew, blessings. So. And the lady with the 1 foot with them killed the other day. Yeah, man, me know Beric. Me know, man. Me know it is that 9-9. Man gunned down at shop in St. Catherine. 2020 done now. We are say we hope for a fresh start. For a better year. It's like the man them not care family. Be music, blessings. When you see why I didn't need to take a break from the streaming thing, like, I did just need a break, Rasta. Man gunned down a chap in St. Catherine, as I said. So a man was shot dead by unknown assailants in the St. Catherine community on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 55-year-old Denzel Stewart of Old Harbour Road in the parish. So reports from the Spanish Town police are that about 10:30 p.m. Stewart was standing at a shop when he was pounced upon by armed men who opened fire, hitting him several times. The police were alerted and he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. So obviously is Mr. Stewart them go for cause them just open fire, hit him and take away and stuff. You understand what I say? Man shot dead at clinic in Kingston. Police are searching for a gunman. The Kingston West Police are searching for a gunman who carried out a deadly attack at the Comprehensive Health Clinic on Slipe Road in Kingston on Wednesday. Christopher Johnson, 35 years old, of Nelson Street in Kingston 14, was killed. Mr. Johnson went to the clinic shortly after 1 p.m. when he was shot by a man who escaped in a car. He died 4 hours later. So Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the Kingston West Police, said that the attack might be linked to a gang feud. Teach, another woman was killed yesterday. Her nephew shot and injured in Trenchtown. It came on primetime news. Yeah, I suppose that is part of the reason why the curfew has been extended in the community. I did not see that article. I don't really watch news like that still. And I guess at tonight, well, you know, I'm not really see news. You see, kill Melik. Depressing Andrea is not the word, Empress. But we just do this because I know people out there who wants the information despite how grim it might be. So, boy. Let's talk about names. Again. So we talk about Piran already since night. Frost. The date change on the year, but the criminals are changed. Sad reality, broski. Lucifer killed in Montego Bay. A Montego Bay St. James man with the unfortunate nickname of Lucifer was killed in an alleged confrontation with cops in the resort town on Saturday. 29-year-old Michael Cunningham, who boasted a slew of nicknames such as Lucifer, Nicoy, O'Shane, and X, was fatally shot during a joint police military operation on King Street. The police said a Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine affixed containing 4 rounds of ammunition was also seized during the incident. The matter was reported to the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau and the Independent Commission of Investigations. Lucifer. 2 shot, 1 fatally in St. Elizabeth. 2 men were shot, 1 fatally in Horton, St. Elizabeth. This morning, the deceased has been identified as Brandon West of Morgan Lane in Lacovia, St. Elizabeth, and a Kingston address. It is reported that shortly after midnight, West was alerted by sounds outside his house and jumped through a window. While fleeing, he was shot. Another man who was passing by the house was also shot. The gunman escaped in a motor car. The police were called to the scene and took the injured men to the hospital where West was pronounced dead. The other man is in serious condition. I hope that the passerby will survive. even though his condition is serious. He seemed to just be the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why the deceased, Brandon West, would have fled through the window upon realizing that something was wrong outside. I suppose the best place to have stayed was inside. I guess he was probably expecting the situation, so he jumped through the window in an attempt to flee and was shot and killed. Guango Tree, a man named Bud. Guango Tree, big of yourself. Joe Grind. If I get involved with your name today to the broski, but hope you go there. So happy new year. You understand? So peeps, you don't know the story, you would have seen the videos all about the place. I'm sure many channels would have covered this. Many channels would have covered this story. Involving Kevin Tyndale, OC Richie Poo, who was attacked and shot along Old Hope Road at the intersection of the Swallowfield Road on Wednesday afternoon. I did a video about the incident, then I did a video about the video itself. Tracy, how are you? Empress, hope you're okay. It's good to see you. Always good to see you. Appreciate the support. Also, I have done a number of videos. Just said Joe. I have done a number of videos about Kevin Tyndale in the past. You know that series that I did about who is or who was in relation to men of ill repute, men who would have been wanted or believed to have been involved in gangs and stuff. And I mean, that series that I've seen many people kind of, you know, just really in a film one style, and but we give thanks to you, it is also that they say imitation is the greatest flattery, I suppose. Form of flattery, I suppose. But that is alright still. And thing, Richie Poo rap sheet can wrap up everybody in our stream. So we don't need to get into the details about that. He was attacked. You see the videos. He was the one in the white shirt running, and you realize that he's in the white shirt here. This is him laying in the back of a vehicle that took him to the hospital. I don't know if it's a police vehicle. I suspect it is. Pedro Henry blessings and thing. The reality though is that Richie Poo's existence was always going to be in limbo, as his past always had the potential to catch up on him. I didn't even know that he was wanted by the police, because Stephanie Lindsay, in a statement that she released, made mention that he's one of the most wanted men in I think St. Andrew Central or somewhere there. I didn't even know that he was wanted. You understand? Because since his release, I suspect that he was lying low and thing, but he would have exited a vehicle that is said to be a taxi, and went to a business establishment. He is the one that you saw wrestling with the shooter before deciding to beat a hasty retreat. I suppose he's still in critical. I don't know his state at this point in time, but it is reported that he was in critical condition. And as I said, the videos have been out. And let me take the opportunity to apologize publicly also for something in that video. When I was doing the follow-up video, addressing the CCTV footage, I realized that there was some chatter from police control in the background, where officers were attending to calls and other stuff. And a citizen name and number and I think address were mentioned as well in the thing. And I am almost sure that while editing, I would have muted that, but apparently it wasn't done, and inadvertently I uploaded the video clip with the name of the person, I think a phone number as well, and probably some address that was revealed inadvertently by the police officer in the background and things. So let me publicly apologize for that. I would have taken steps to remove that section of the video, and I may never delete it or re-upload it. I just use the YouTube editor to put a song over that section, so I kind of, you know, cut out that audio. So my sincere apologies for the person. I hope that the information would not have been, you know, used in any way by anybody with ill intent and such. My apologies for that. Jaja. Also, even though yeah man, we splice it out, Pedro man. Even though the video was viral already and it was over there, it is still my responsibility to try as best as possible to protect people and thing. Yeah, so that are the situation in Richie Poo. Somebody died in the incident as well. No identity has been alright, Cookie, be safe on the commute. We're still here. I think I'll be here for a little bit. So I don't know if you're heading home or stuff, or you have a hot date. Yeah, but be careful. See, Ellie, your daughter caught COVID. Andrea, hope you recover fully. My daughter had it. Andrea, you catch COVID too? Where I go and run here, sir? That's much thing I miss. I didn't know your daughter caught COVID, Ellie. I'm happy that she's okay now, though. Andrea, thank you. My smell hasn't come back. I am so sorry. Andrea, I think you are a health worker as well. Healthcare professional as well. Correct or correct? Spartacus, big up yourself, fam. I'm so sorry. I'm happy that you are recovering, Jaja. Sir. Amari Mills, you know, me did see it when I just saw a thing of broski, man, and I deliberate, man. I saw, but I was in the middle of discussion, so I never stop at the time. And you know, the comment to them fly gone long time. My apologies, bro. Big up yourself. Happy New Year to you and the family as well. Yeah, man. My apologies for that. You know, I'm nothing personal, man. I lost my Jaja. My condolences, Empress Andrea. Whoa. And people are out here still saying COVID not real, eh? I'm happy that you and your daughter are now doing well. You are doing okay. I'm sorry about your dad. My sincere sympathies. And thing. Jaja. So I said earlier, DS would have lost his father to the virus this morning. MS Funk lost their uncle to the virus earlier today. Nice. Killing of St. Mary, man, allegedly by family members, outrages residents. I have been tracking this story, you see? I haven't done a video on it. I'm going to tell us sometimes the murder video that I can't bother with. Somebody even bother look at them sometimes. You understand? even as a mother and the sister remain in police custody, charged with the murder of their relative. At least 3 persons residing in St. Mary are of the view that the alleged killers should not return to their home community on Tank Lane in Orocabessa, where the killing occurred. And likewise, the St. Mary residents believe the duo should not be granted bail by the court, despite them being nowhere near the trail. Well, nowhere near a trial for their alleged crimes. 26-year-old Jerome Forrester, otherwise called Moped, of Tank Lane, Orocabessa, St. Mary, was murdered on Christmas Day last year, the police reported. His mother, 63-year-old Leverana Forrester, otherwise called Gemage, I guess that's how you pronounce Gemage, and his sister, 32-year-old Anne-Marie Forrester, otherwise called Pinky, both of Tank Lane, have been arrested and charged with conspiracy to murder and murder in relation to the killing. The two appeared in the St. Mary Parish Court last week and were remanded in police custody, and they are to reappear in court on the 4th of February. Met them, the police keep them. The accused persons forever and ever and ever. We don't want to see them back at Orocabessa, a man who identified himself only as Rupert said. Speaking on Friday in Port Maria, some miles away from where the horrific killing took place in the seaside town of Orocabessa, the man said Jerome Forrester did not deserve to die, and even worse, in the way he did. Boy, I tell you, when me hear it Tuesday, how them find him body. A big man like him, a big man like me have a ball, man. Chop off him man and foot. Chop him up. No bail for them. No bail them not forget. If them get bail, me personally I go Black Road right outside courthouse, Rupert stated in an irate manner. It could not be ascertained whether the accused mother and daughter have even retained legal representation in the matter that is now before the court, or whether a bail application would be made for them at their next court appearance. So police investigators indicated that on Monday the 28th of December, Jerome Forrester was reported missing by his sister, and a search was launched for him. The next day, a partially decomposing, dismembered body was found in knitted bags behind the family's yard. Investigators believe that the mother and sister of the man conspired and killed him. His older brother, Alfred Forrester, was also being sought by the police for questioning in relation to the death. Both women were arrested on Tuesday the 29th and later charged following interviews. Interestingly, Alfred Forrester, while being sought in relation to the murder, was found dead with what appeared to be several wounds on Wednesday the 30th. So that is the other brother. That is the brother of this man here. The police are awaiting a post-mortem report to determine if the wounds were self-inflicted or if he was killed in an act of reprisal. But what caused the deadly killing that has continued to grab national headlines? It is a question that remains unanswered, with only theories being generated that the dispute between the family members arose over a piece of land. I tell you, I don't want nobody dead left out to give me, you know. You understand? Because you said that dead left something there. And, you know, I was having a discussion over the weekend, you know, with a close friend. That dead left something there, you know, work out very well. Because the envy of people, when it come on to that dead left something there, it mutates rapidly. So you see, worse if there's not an official will involved. That dead left something them in involved in it. Take it and go on, man. Me go and look my own. Because many Jamaicans have lost their lives over that dead left something there. And many times, you know, while the people them were dead left the thing was alive. You see, the people them were fight over it did nothing for help them, you know. But yet still them still come and fight for dead left. And many times you see the youth them where they around and look and take care of the people them are them dead, you know. And of them deserve to get something, you know. So, but we could continue. Alright, we shall there, so. The police are yet to provide an official motive for the killing. What is clear is that Jerome and Alfred squared off at a shop in the St. Mary community in what was described as a heated argument on Christmas Day, December 25th. So the two brothers had a verbal altercation. Some reports say it got physical. I think they were probably intoxicated as well, based on reports that I've seen. So I don't even know. So they were at a shop or a bar and they got involved in a heated altercation. Yeah? So I could continue read. Because as I said, I've been tracking it. I've not done a video on it because I just can't bother to sit down more time and do these murder videos. I'll discuss them here, but sometimes I can't bother. I tell you the truth. Alright. So what is clear is that Jerome and Alfred squared off at a shop in the St. Mary community in what was described as a heated argument on Christmas Day, December 25th. According to Rupert, who claimed he resided in Jacks River, a community relatively close to Urkabessa, both Alfred and Jerome were drinking that evening, so them did probably drunk. However, their drinks could not quell a fist fight between the two brothers in the view of their sister, who was eventually charged for the soon-to-be killing and other residents. I was there the evening, and Jerome and his sister start argue. And the bigger brother, Alfred, so Jerome is on screen, you know, and them find Alfred dead after too. The bigger brother, Alfred, intervened, and big fight start until the older brother draw a knife. The younger one grab it away, and that's so the little war start. So the younger brother and the sister had an altercation. The bigger brother got involved. The big brother draw a knife. The little brother take with the knife. And I guess they fist it out. So we think the war done, you know. Because the brothers and sisters went home. But we never see back Jerome all weekend. And I saw, we are saying, nah man, something wrong. Because all Boxing Day, he would have day up a shop a drink. And that's how rumors start say them kill Jerome. Because the bigger brother Alfred was a Rasta. And the people see him the Saturday, which was the following day, with him locks trim off. So Alfred cut his locks overnight. It is widely believed that after the siblings returned home to their small dwelling, where they all lived on a hill in Tank Lane, this is the house, Jerome cover apartheid. The dispute continued, and the younger brother was chopped to death, supposedly by his elder brother. It is unclear what participating roles Jerome's mother and sister allegedly played in relation to the death, but they have been booked for the killing of one of their own family member. Question: all that man Jerome do is drink him liquor and be merry, you know. Him do any little thing for people, you know, man. Him nice, a good youth. It hurt me. It hurt, Rupert expressed, shaking his head. In Urkabessa, the killing was still fresh in the minds of residents up to Friday. Most of them shied away from being interviewed, but all agreed that the killing was horrific and something of that order in terms of seriousness. Like Rupert, two persons who asked not to be identified suggested that the accused woman should not return to Tankley in Urkabessa. Listen here now. They should not return here. A matter of fact, no judge should even consider the prospect of giving them bail, declared an elderly man standing outside a local supermarket. Even after being reminded that the woman are merely accused persons at present, a woman standing in earshot chimed in. What do you mean by bail for them? No bail, no bail. Them for stay in a prison. She added, him was a good youth. We do him hustling. Everybody know that. Me as a mother, me can tell you, my belly pain me when I hear. No bail for them. Are your family that it? Are your family that? It cool, heartless, everything, no bail. So in a recent media interview, head of the St. Mary Police Superintendent Bobette Morgan Simpson said of the 31 murders that were recorded in the northeastern parish last year, 21 resulted from disputes. Of that number, 12 were said to have been domestic related. Family. Family. Alright, so. It is interesting to learn how Alfred died. That is the bigger brother. After him trim himself and leave, they found him. I think a Galena them find him. I not even remember. See me? So it would be interesting to find out how he died. It would also be interesting to hear what roles the sister and mother play. I think one of them go and crack eventually and confess if there is any confession to be had. And as I said, the report suggests, and all reports that I've seen suggest that the disunity stems from quarrel over a piece of land left by the father after he died. That's the land on which the house is, I suspect. No, I'm about to address a very touchy topic for some people. Zane, and in my videos, as you know, I don't really share my opinion. We just provide some information. I'm gone. You understand? Move on to the next video. If people are in search of information, they can watch the videos. But if you're in search of opinions, then you probably have to go watch another channel. Or channels, I suppose. So I would have done a video, because you know, I started a series the other day, remembering, you know, persons who, generally I was looking at people that have contributed to the music, because with its scholar that is Baby Wayne, Early B, King Tubby. Unfortunately, we had to do Sister Charmaine, who died suddenly in the States, and Gordon Butch Stewart. Now, opinions are split as it relates to Butch. But despite what you think about the man, and let me tell you what is the issue that I have. Majority of the comments that are not favorable towards Mr. Stewart is that he's white. I'm not going to address this. It is funny how Jamaicans, especially when we go to the United States or other country, we claim victimization and that these people are racist. But you know the honest truth about Jamaicans? Jamaicans are some of the most racist people in this world. Yet we complain at the drop of a dime that people are racist and we are being subjected to racism, when we are in fact more racist than some of these people where we are claiming victimization from. Me see people are coming say, why is everybody highlighting this white man? The man born a Jamaica family, that make the man a Jamaican. No matter the color of his skin, he is a Jamaican. A rich white man, what everybody... Look here. Gordon Butch Stewart has done more for Jamaica and Jamaicans than every single politician put together in the history of the country. I'm going to say that again. Gordon Cyril, one next name, Butch Stewart, I don't remember my next name, has done, Gordon Arthur Cyril Butch Stewart has done more for Jamaica and Jamaicans than every single politician that we have had in the history of this country. Whether I'm white, black or blue, the man was a true Jamaican. Some people never contribute water to this country at all about why we are praised Butch Stewart. The reason why the man is receiving so much adulation and admiration and wishes, well wishes to his family is because of his contributions to this country. Butch Stewart almost single-handedly turned Jamaica into a tourist mecca through his sandals chain. That was the first hotel chain for rise out of the Caribbean. You know, it rise out of Jamaica. People in the comment section concerned about Butch Stewart money. That are the problem with we do. We spend more time and pay attention to people money instead of try to make some money for ourselves. That's why we don't have no money as black people. Because we spend more time concerned ourselves about our next man and his money instead of trying to make some money. I intended to do this video, but it's the rant here, you know. But I decided I'm going to leave it for the stream. Yeah? I didn't have a time. Whether Mr. Bush a Freemason or him, this concern me. What concern me is the contribution that he made to this country. This man would have employed tens of thousands of people in his lifetime. You know how much people can take care of them family because of this man? Butch Stewart is one of the fundamental reasons why we have Crime Stop. Many people that even know that. You know how many crimes are solved through Crime Stop in this country? When the speculators were causing the Jamaican dollar to devalue in the 90s, he was the one who spearheaded the fight against the devaluation of the Jamaican dollar. As a matter of fact, I'll go even further. Me see some man were dead recently where them say should be national hero. Butch Stewart is more deserving of national hero status than some of them man. They're one of them part, one of them place there. We spend too much time majoring in minor. We sit down and worry about a man money instead of trying to make some money. Everything we get up and say, yes, the richest men in Jamaica look on their complexion. What are you trying to do to improve your financial situation? What you are trying to do? Me and politicians are jump up say, oh, we will be providing 100 jobs. For dig out the Jaraba Mountain when this man has single-handedly provided tens of thousands of Jamaicans with employment. And the claim to fame now and the rationalize is we will be providing 100 jobs. So even if you are not a fan of the man, appreciate what the man has done for the country. Despite what we want to about the situation what there, the man go in and pocket and give every constituency in Jamaica. I don't even remember how much money. $1 million or $500,000. I don't even remember. Because of the whole for treat with the COVID situation. Could you have done that? We need to relax, man. Him a white man. So what if him a white man? What are you doing for Jamaica as a black man? What have you done for Jamaica as a black man? But you know why people of this type of complexion generally do well? Because they are family oriented. They are driven. Them not sit down and watch nobody. Them a work. But we sit down and watch a man money. Andrew, and not just the millennials them, brother. Are some big people about here too. Some we need to move up, man. And it is the people who does nothing for this country that normally tend to tear down people who do things for the country. Wanna see the irony in I think? Wanna see the irony in the something? The rich white man. They are allegations that me not get into them something there. What me I get into is the cold hard facts. This man has done more for Jamaica than every single politician we ever have. Put together. Me not say that one put together. We not appreciate nothing. We're very ungrateful. That's our problem about here, you know. What the man color have to do with the man contribution to the country? We ball every day how we in America and them is racist. We more racist than some of America and them Rasta. I did a video one long time in the early days of my channel about some of the richest men in Jamaica. The dominant comment was look on them complexion. We not see no man of dark skin. The reason why you not see no man with dark skin is because dark skin people spend most of them time and look on other people things instead of try to make money for themselves. That is why we not achieve nothing about it. That is why we not achieve nothing, you know. We just talk about Sanders. We don't even talk about here Jamaica. We not talk about Haytail. We not talk about Breezes. We not look here, man. Gordon, Arthur, Cyril, Butch Stewart has done more for Jamaica than every single politician put together in the history of this country. Show some respect and some appreciation. Stop it. One man got chatting. Some man wanna rush it about ya. What them do about ya? Eh? What them do about ya? Some man wanna God. What them do about ya? We need to stop watch people money and find ways to make some money. That we need to stop though. And because you soon start, you then say teach them a white man to, you know, that's why I'm a defend white man, and I mean I ask you, you know. And you are white people, descendants. My complexion kind of, well, look, we idiot mixture of some things, but I eat we get, so I eat we keep. But I am a born, means a Jamaican. What your complexion have to do with you? We as black people are so socialized to beat down and fight with one another. That's when I achieve nothing. Now when you have some other people achieve it, we find excuses. And of them complexion, and of them this, and of them that. We have wealthy black people in this country. Them not sit down and watch Butch Stewart money. Them a find ways to make some money for themselves. So yeah man, a long time I did plan for beat some money, and I did plan for do one video. Just one video, attack. But is everything good? It's white man. We don't do nothing for your country. Eh? We not complain, but man, we are trying to make the country a better place. What good, Father Butch? We appreciate the contribution. Well, I appreciate the contribution to this country. You understand? If people like you, even if they don't have so much money, they have the heart of your country, Jamaica would be a better place. We are talking about people racist. Nobody not racist like Jamaicans. And that me I learning now. Is that me been a see recently. We is the most racist people about here. And we are cuss people about them racist. And we more racist than them, you know. You understand? If you're not black like me beard, you're not Jamaican. And that me get me say boy, you know, so teach them I'm not Jamaican. Me must a Cuban. You understand? If you're not black like me beard, you're not Jamaican about ya. Tired of some more. Let's see. Life is strange thing. Another massive figure in the entertainment industry has passed away. Sister Charmaine Mackenzie, 53 years old. She died suddenly in the United States earlier last week. One of the first big names in the dancehall space for a female. She and people like Lady Anne and Patron, Lady G, and Sister Nancy, Lady P, Lady Mackerel, who is now Macadam, they were the early female entertainers who would have, got some recognition and equality in some instance for the females in the space. And it's a pity that I was never able to have a sit down with her, document her journey and thing. It was challenging to find some quality information on her. I would have had to ask a lady and some stuff and things. So, it's rough. You understand? I watched the interview that she did a couple of years ago over an Irish and Chin. And I mean, I would have loved the opportunity to have documented her journey and her story. But it wasn't to be. I want to take the opportunity. Peyton, big up yourself and our family. Thanks for the contribution. Every time, give thanks. Yeah, man, blessings. I want to take the opportunity to express my deepest sympathies to Miss Mackenzie's family, her daughter Kadisha, her grandchild, her partner, and all those persons who were close to her. Another one of the greats, you understand. She has been living in the United States for I think from about 1993, so that's a long time. Yeah. Well, good Empress. John Oster. Tupac saying I want a song. I want somebody tell him why the good die young, They're black Cubans too. Fidar, bye, love you alone, yeah, sir. That boy we tell it. You see it? Yeah. St. James scammer stripped off millions in fines and assets. I have long said that the fines and sentences meted out to lottery scammers are silly, in all honesty. You understand? Man, where I make millions of dollars, I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in a fine and them good. That doesn't make sense. The police are describing as a major success the result of a case in which a 35-year-old man, considered to be a major player in the lottery scamming scheme, was stripped of property valued at close to $8 million and US $6,230. The man, identified as Butch Stewart of a Brissett Road address in Cambridge, St. James, was also ordered to pay over $30 million to the Crown following his guilty plea to possession of identity information in the St. James Circuit Court on the 20th of December. So the 8 million plus 13, that are 21, plus 6,000, that are almost $1 million, give or take. About $22 million. The police said the man was first identified. The man who first identified himself as a carpenter was ordered to pay $3 million out of his initial $13 million sum within a month, and the balance over the following 24 months. In relation to the offense of possession of identity information, Stewart was ordered to pay a fine of $1 million or 12 months imprisonment, as well as 2 years imprisonment at hard labor, suspended for 3 years. Police personnel who gave a breakdown of the case said authorities attached to the St. James Proactive Investigation Unit conducted a search at Stewart's home on Friday, the 26th of August 2016. In the operation, a cellular phone belonging to Stewart was seized, and when examined, lottery scamming material was discovered. So the search also resulted in cash amounting to US $6,230 and Jamaican $116,000 being found under the mattress of a crib. Man, baby savings. You understand? These led to his arrest and charge under the Proceeds of Crimes Act and Law Reform Act. So the police reported the matter to the Financial Investigations Division for further action, which triggered a money laundering and asset forfeiture investigation. So during this process, it was revealed that Stewart received millions in remittances from several persons in the United States, the majority of whom were elderly. The investigation also revealed that Stewart had purchased several assets using cash which was not commensurate to his known income. His claims of being a carpenter remain unsubstantiated. The United States Postal Inspection Service was contacted and provided with the names of the persons who remitted funds to Stewart. However, that agency was unable to obtain statements from the victims, as many of them were in very poor health, lost their cognitive abilities, or were deceased. The investigations exposed where he directly received over $20 million in remittances and millions more via intermediaries. Police said he used the cash to purchase 2 residential lots in Trelawney, valued at over $7 million. Stewart, 2 lots for $7 million in Trelawney. Look at London and Trelawney. Stewart also acquired 3 motor vehicles, valued approximately $8 million over a 4-month period. Further, he had cash in the bank exceeding US $9,800 and Jamaican $2.9 million. Based on the evidence presented from the investigation conducted, Stewart consented to the following in the St. James Circuit Court on December 16, 2020. Forfeiture of a residential lot located in Coral Spring, Trelawney, valued at over $7 million. Forfeiture of US $6,230 and $116,000. Stewart pleaded guilty to breaches of the Law Reforms Act, which are scheduled 2 offenses under POCA, which is the Proceeds of Crimes Act. The article I kind of set away. So Schedule 2 offenses signified that the convicted party leads a criminal lifestyle. It empowers the court to make assumptions that properties owned by or transferred to the guilty party came about as a result of their criminal lifestyle. It also allows the court to assume that his living expenses, utilities and groceries, etc. were financed by the proceeds of crime, unless proven otherwise by the convict. So acting principal director of the FID, Keith Darien, noted this case is still a big win for the division, despite the fact that not every part of the estate he would have acquired by his criminal activity was forfeited by his consent. The usual court proceedings around forfeiture can be extremely time-consuming and resource-intensive. Essentially, his guilty plea and consent to forfeiture saved the court system quite a bit of time. So many of these cases can drag on for years with no guarantee that every asset the convict would have earned criminally will be forfeited to the crowd. Darien added, "We are thankful to the police who sought our partnership in pursuing this matter and encourage them to continue in a similar vein when they recognize that a charge laid for one offense may include a financial crime. Let this case be another warning that Jamaica is capable of unearthing and unraveling the hidden detail about how criminals seek to hide or otherwise invest the proceeds of their crime. Members of the public should resist every effort from criminals to share or otherwise benefit from the proceeds of crime. It's a dangerous and slippery slope." So there has been a long-standing debate about getting rid of the Queen as the head of state. A discussion that I have added my voice to, and I am all for that. I am not certain. Dan Mafia, big up yourself in a broski. Manners and respect. Nah, man, it's not a fake Dan Mafia. It's just another another account where him have. So it's normally Dan Mafia dancehall. But this are the same Mafia, man. Mafia, big up yourself in a broski. And it means a lot for know so the man been a check out all of the stream them since them time and now, you know. We give thanks, appreciate the thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, a real Mafia in our building, man. So the two major political parties in the country are being urged to work together to remove the Queen as the head of state. Now, former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson has urged the leaders of Jamaica's two main political parties to join forces in removing the Queen as the head of state and establish a republic form of government. Now, it is all well and good that Mr. Patterson is saying this now. When Mr. Patterson had the power to probably not effect it completely, but to push forward that agenda. You understand? I am always taken aback when political representatives, having resigned, make suggestions that they were able to effect change too when they were in office. And this man was not just any political representative. The man was a prime minister for more than half of my life. You understand? So me kinda, you know, Andrew. Oh, Andrew, the thing finally work out. Big up yourself in a broski. I appreciate the contribution. Blessings every time. Yeah, man, stream elements. Me like it. I like it. You understand? It's probably not as easy as super chat, but it'll go on. It'll go on. Yeah, man. The reality is that Mr. Patterson had enough time to champion that legislation and to get that done in his 18 years as Prime Minister in this country. So I kind of find it a little bit disingenuous now that he's adding his voice to the discussion. But it is what it is. I suppose somebody have to talk, yeah? So, yeah. So former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson has urged the leaders of Jamaica's two main political parties to join forces in removing the Queen as the head of state and establish a republican form of government. He argues that this has been contemplated for decades and now needs to be put on the front burner. The discussion was recently renewed following the announcement by Barbados of its intention to become a republic. I know that Barbados is probably the most English island in the Caribbean. I mean, they have retained a lot of their English heritage. Mr. Patterson believes the time is right for Jamaica to assert its sovereignty, a position which no party has ever been able to attain in our elections from universal adult suffrage until now. And the simple point to be made is, this thing cannot happen without the concurrence and the active support of both political parties in the legislature. The Prime Minister had announced prior to his second term, this constitutional reform would be one of the main ideas to be dealt with. The first term has ended. We are now into the second term. So last month, opposition member of parliament, Michael Phillips, tabled a motion calling for the process to be completed before Jamaica celebrates its 60th anniversary as an independent nation. Phillips has recommended that a committee be established to undertake a 6-month public education program on Jamaica becoming a republic. Yeah. No referendum, Malachi. You know, no, there will be no referendum. You know here. Well, at least, yes, Neeks, I agree. At least the conversation is amplified a little coming from his mouth. I agree with that. Totally. And as I said, the discussion has to be had, you know. But it is a little bit remiss of Mr. Patterson now when he had the opportunity to champion this. And when I say it must come true, you know. But he had more than enough time to treat with this. You understand? It would have been interesting to see how Mr. Siaga felt about that situation. I don't remember ever hearing him speaking about that. But he was the opposition leader throughout the reign of PG's time as Prime Minister. So, at least, me they try. You understand? then we would then deal with it already. But alright. Yeah. Final story for the night. Related to one Leroy Russell, OC Tommy Lee Sparta. So Tommy Lee is to face the courts on Wednesday of this week. He was supposed to be in court on Wednesday of last week, but it never happened. Attorney at law Donahue Martin, who along with Queen's Counsel Tom Tavares Finson representing dancehall entertainer Tommy Lee Sparta, has shared that their client did not appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday last. So the short answer to the matter is the matter never went to court, Martin said. The registrar called on Wednesday of last week to indicate that though that was a date we got from the JCF, it will be on the list for next week, Wednesday, which I believe is the 13th of January, which is this Wednesday. Martin said it is not particularly strange for the police to provide a date that the court registry, that is, the administration rostering the matters, cannot accommodate. There's a disconnect, he said. So we know that the DJ, whose given name is Leroy Russell, was arrested on December the 14th by members of the JCF Specialized Operations Unit after a Toyota Mark X vehicle in which he was traveling was intercepted on Albany Road in St. Andrew. Searched and a firearm was found in his waistband. The firearm, a 9mm pistol, also contained an extended magazine with 18 rounds of ammunition. And as it is well documented, Tommy Lee Sparta, who has had several run-ins with the law, remains in police custody and will answer to the charges of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Martin said, quote, "We are working for the best." This is not a very confident statement coming from a legal representative, though. You understand? No matter how grim the possibilities are, lawyers are normally more confident when they speak, even if they know against all odds that the situation is dire. They normally sound very confident. So I'm not sure if I was Tommy Lee, I would be very comfortable with this statement from my legal representative. We are working for the best. Normally here, our client is innocent and justice will prevail, or the law will take its course, or something. So I don't know. So yes, Tommy Lee goes to court on Wednesday, and we'll see how the matter unravels. We'll see how it develops, and we'll see the outcome, I suppose. So yeah, peeps. That's how we'll cut it for tonight. And remember, I started streaming at 8 o'clock and not 8:30. So I've been talking now for 2 hours and 42 minutes. So I don't want nobody bother me. You understand about teach? Stay longer. So what it is, the first stream for the new year. The first stream for almost a month, a lie, and not so long. But about 3 weeks thereabout. So you understand, I just decided that I needed to break, to you know what I mean? Breathe a little and thing. So I'm here now. I did supposed to share something now. And thing. Yeah. As I'm saying, I have decided on the request of, some viewers that, sometimes the stream can be a little bit long. And as such, it would be nice for the stream to be clipped into bite-sized pieces for people to ingest the information. I created another channel. We laugh every time we think about it. We have about 1 million channels, I'm calling it TD Clips, where I will be clipping the streams going forward and posting them in bite-sized pieces. Bits and pieces from past interviews may also end up over there as well. And I think that is the link that I just posted. Let me double check on. Yes. So that is the link there. So see it there for TD Clips. I'm gonna start service at it. I suppose the first of the clips will be up tomorrow. I still think my visual and my audio not in sync, you know. When I tell me say every time I move in the ear, where me just say, I tell me now, I need to sit down and look on it. I probably need to do some calibration in my streaming software because I think it's out of sync. Since I started using the A10 Mini Pro and move over from the Camlink. Yeah, so I will see still, but I need to do them things there. Yeah, man. Thanks, guys. As I said, I mean, if you are able or you so desire to subscribe over there, I would appreciate it. But it's not going to be a channel where I come and say you're and thing. I mean, if it becomes monetized, fine. If not, then we just, you know what I mean? We just do this because, you know, some people have requested it and thing. I mean, if it teach them, will the long version still be posted here? Yeah, man, definitely Empress Andrea. But you know, some people, them attention span kind of short, so them prefer for consume content in compact format versus some people don't mind the long form content. You understand? Yeah, man. It's so the stream will always be here, but we'll clip it up and post it over there. So it's sync teach. Tell them to check them internet speed. Alright. Yeah, so I'm glad to hear that still. Teach, tell us a dopey story. I don't have that, brother. You understand what I say? Antique. So, peace, big up on yourself. I am really and truly happy to see you guys again. I know I was kind of MIA for a little bit. And thing. That was just, you know what I mean, a little hiatus, a little break. Recalibrate. See, and Richie said, I have PTSD. I see him just coming and stream look while I complain, so him just a reach. But, yeah, but just did need a little break. Interview premieres continue on Tuesday. New interview. As I said, I haven't done an interview for about a month now. Thereabout. So I will start working again about next week. As Mr. Simon still needs some time. He never asked me feet stay, but me just, you know, Scotty kind of cheat with some things as well. So, you know, we just go on all out. And as the year progresses, you know, there will be more and more stories coming forth. I want to diversify the interviews. As I said, it's not just artists alone we plan for interview. I plan for interview some more selector and some producers and things. And some other people will contribute significantly to Jamaica. I wish I had interviewed Butch Stewart. You understand? I would have loved to have interviewed Butch Stewart. You see me? So, people like them there. And movers and shakers, man. Plus other people in Jamaica who have overcome insurmountable odds and they would have transformed their starting point into victory and things. So, we plan for do some work. So, it takes time. And let me publicly address this because I treat with it way too often. For the man them who normally reach out to you via WhatsApp or Instagram, for say teach, you know, a long time we watch the channel and a long time we subscribe and we love the work. And then you're gonna tell me say you want me to review a video for you. Then it's like I tell say you know watch a video the channel long time, you know subscribe long time. If you watch the channel, you know that I don't do song reviews or upload music videos. You know that. You understand? For the people that must say I teach a long time, I watch a thing, I just start a YouTube channel and I want to pay you to do a shout out. You know I don't do that. You know if I come across a channel and see some good work and I'm inclined to share it with my viewers, I tell them to go check it out. Or if you're a member of the family and you link me and say teach, me I start a channel, make your subscribers them know. I am very happy to do that. But now come tell me say you subscribe from day one and you watch every video and you love the work. And then you're going to tell me, say you want me to do. You know what I do versus what I don't do. So I kind of find it a little bit annoying, in all honesty. You understand? So I just put it out there again. In the WhatsApp description for the channel, the information is there as to what I don't do. And yet people still come every single day. You understand what I say? Every single day. So I get it. You understand? yo, that look the thing are rough, you know. I told you that even though sometimes it thinks that way. Teachers, are you going to open a museum for the music in the future? Interesting suggestion. I'll write that down. You understand? Yeah, man. Peeps, give thanks. We appreciate the support. We really appreciate the support. As I say, um, this is not possible. This would not be possible without you guys. You are the ones who make this channel what it is. I just service it with content as best as I think I can. And you guys have, you know what I mean, become a part of the family. You have been on the journey with me. Some of your people like James Bond from the get-go, that I want name will pop out immediately. You understand? We just out here, I do some work. New year, new vision, new mission. We appreciate the ones them. No matter what role you play up on the channel, we appreciate the ones them. You know, big up all of the moderators. I need to add some more moderators. You know, I think I add Kerry as a moderator tonight. Kerry, big up yourself. Anytime you see anybody around here getting a problem, just use a blue span and bust them fire. You understand? Yeah, man. I need to add some more moderators. But with the moderator thing, it's an observation thing for me. You understand? It's about visibility and loyalty to me. You see me? So that is how I. But I know people have been here for a long time. And temperament as well, you know, because you can't be a moderator and be dark like teacher. You're supposed to be a little bit more, you know what I mean, receptive and patient like. You know, say, you understand? You know, have to engage with people like. So peace, big up on yourself. Appreciate the support. We're back, stream. I am going to also try to move the stream from 8:30 to 8 p.m. on Sundays and Fridays. I'll try my best. I don't know that it will always work. I think in half an hour they will make a big difference as well, based on my viewership and when people watch the channel and them something there. And thing. Big up to all of the new viewers, the new subscribers, and Stream Elements kind of show up the subscribers when them just subscribe, something like that. That is good. So we are working with Stream Elements now. So for the people who are about Super Chat, you understand, we're good. So at the top of every stream, I'll pin the link. The link is also in the description. And them something there, so you can always click on it there so too as well. And feel free to contribute there. So and your name pop up and flash up and thing. Only thing you don't come up here so with the money and it take time and disappear. I just that alone not did it. You understand? So like Super Chat. I don't know about that. Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. You still can become a patron. You know, we not do the Patreon listing in the videos. The video is about content, peeps. You understand? I normally try to reach out to my patrons from time to time, but the videos are about the content. The content is the star of the video. You understand? I don't want to detract from that. So I remember when I used to post the Patreon, the names of the patrons, we used to have 100 odd patrons at that time, you know. But I've stopped doing that and I made that conscious decision. I know that some people they're gonna take with themselves, but it's just the reality of the thing. My channel is about my content. The channel is not about me. I don't want to be the star of my channel. I want my content to be. So that's why we don't do them video that we talk for half an hour, just a chat off a face and no, the content. So if the video is supposed to be a minute, it's a minute. If it's supposed to be 5 minutes, a 5 hour gone. We're then on the unnecessary fluff. You understand? With us gone. So and that's one of the reasons why we not always add placements either. Because I think it kind of distract and detract from the video. So even though money I make, you don't want it to detract from the message and the content too. You understand? So I'll do it with the interviews because the interviews are long form content and in truth, it's good when you kind of get paid for the interviews because it's a lot of work, you know. You understand? When I really complain about it still. But that I do things different. Like, me just do things different from most people, you know. Like, for me, yes, it's our job, but every dollar is a wise dollar. You understand? And sometimes you have to give up to win in the long run. See me? So certain things me just not do. I think I go I like my patrons them and I look at ticker down here so in my stream still. So me look into that. We see. Cause them been loyal to things for a long time and things, so we give thanks. Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. I trust that those among us who are mourning the loss of a family member will find the required strength to pull through. MS Funk, DS Electronics, Simo, big up yourself. I don't know if you watch, bro. And thing, we know that Ellie's daughter contracted the virus. Andrea D lost her father to the virus. My condolences again. She's also recovering. For all the people out there who are sick, I wish for you good health in very short order. And for the people them who healthy, try to stay healthy. As it relates to health, I have decided that I will start taking better care of myself. Every night my phone alarm at 12:30, so I need to go in bed and stop whatever I do, I need to stop it and go sleep, because I have not been sleeping nearly enough for a long time. Since the start of the year, I have, I did kind of cut down on rice and flour. Well, kind of almost cut it out, but I haven't had rice or flour since the start of 2020. I have not had any red meat since the start of probably one time since the start of 2020 or not. Yeah. I have been just having fish and vegetable mostly. And we not gone back at gym, because gym thing kind of set away, but I have made a concerted effort to start exercising again. So I kind of try get back some strength in my muscles then before I start do certain things again. So I kind of work for myself. I kind of put on a little weight too. I'm in a fit me. You understand? So I kind of fix that. So I intend to continue on that vein. I haven't started jogging back as yet. Saying, I just do some other stuff at home, strengthening ab work and push-ups and some leg stuff and things. Just I try to get back a little strength before I start jog again, and I think probably by summer, hopefully. Yeah, I know, you know, Empress Andrea with the fish thing, but you know, yeah, whichever way you go, you're going to lose, unless you just go plant some things to yourself and eat. And I also aim to start doing that. The vegetables that I eat, I intend to plant them myself. So all the little things are going, but I have decided to take my health a little bit more serious than I have been doing over the past 2 years or so, focusing on work and the channel and stuff. Because sick people can't work, you know. So it don't make no sense you try if you gain the world and your body are mashed down. You see me? So but with the year, as I say, I know where I was in terms of body size and weight, and I intend to get back there before the year ends. As I said, I walk by some of the things is of such where it is not so dangerous to go to the gym. As I like the gym, you know. I like the gym. You know, I not go gym for bulk up on them something. We go gym for cut and get ripped, and you understand. The girls feel a way about themselves, like when they see me like So we just try to keep the thing on a level. No rice, no flour, no red meat for now. A lot of fruit juice, blended smoothies and them something there. No sugar. You understand? No artificial sugar. Them something there. You see me? So we'll keep it on a level. Pink salt, if any salt. Off look at it. So we just try to clean up the diet, and we just try to take our health a little bit more serious. You understand? I have 2 youths to live for, you know, so you know what I think. Plus, we still have goals and dreams that we not achieve it. Or we still intend to achieve them things before our day is done. Nah, man, we not eat no pork right now, man. I just fish, you understand? For the time being and thing, and some vegetable and keep it moving. So you have peace. Big up on yourself and some mixed nuts, you know, cashew and almond and peanut and them something, and no salted, and we just try to keep it in for a long story. It's not a diet class. So I just say the people I'm gonna need for looking at it. Zine, I don't know your health regime or your diet regime, but look if you can improve something in your life health wise. See, if I walk, you walk. If I jog, you jog. If I gym, you go to the gym. You understand? If you can drink more liquid without sugar in it, it would be good. So what does you understand? Now my skin start look nice again and this. Then you see what I go on. No. You see me? Yeah, man. So peeps, heart of love, big up to the ones them. All new subscribers, manners and respect. All viewers, big up on yourself. All moderators, manners and respect. All the people who were with us in 2020 and still there we're doing a 2021. You understand? You always said 2021. A year of plenty blessings, son. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself. I hope for us to continue our journey and our successes will continue to increase. Our blessings will continue to grow. Our goals, even if we don't achieve them all for 2021, we will be closer to achieving them. And all good things. You understand? For the people who are pregnant, they will have safe pregnancy. For the people them who are planning to get pregnant, I hope it work out. For the people them who are planning to get married, I hope it is done. You understand? For the people them who are planning to purchase them house, I hope that happen. For the people them who are planning to purchase them cars, do it and done. You understand what I say, peeps? Make we just try make the most of the life we have, because you never know. You understand? And always make the people them mean things to you know, so they mean things to you, because you never know. You understand what I say? And appreciate each day, because you never know. Zine, and all the blessings where you have, count them and stop bicker and murmur over simple, petty things. Zine, the things that where we bicker and cuss over is the people out there with they dead for them things there. You understand? The things them when we complain about trivial. You understand? Some people wish them complaints that them did have. You understand? Appreciate the things that you have, man. See, you may not have everything what you want, but you have things. You have some people out there that have nothing. You see me? Peeps, big up on yourself. Have a wonderful and productive week. You understand? Stay safe. Make some money. You understand? And make the best of each day. Be the reason why somebody smile. A pat on the back. You understand? Some food. A bus fare. A lunch money. Some clothes in the closet where you dry rotten. Some shoes where you never wear. Some shoes where you now wear again. You understand what I say? So, be the reason why somebody feel better about themselves. And sometimes all it takes is a smile and an encouraging word. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Peeps. Walk good. Step with Jah. You know what thing go. Safe travel upon the gravel. You understand? Big up on yourself. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends, and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.